Okay. Welcome to Super Bowl, baby. Super Bowl 58. I made it. I am here. Things are slowly trickling in. The buzz isn't great. I think Cam Newton's sitting over there somewhere. Maybe I can make a paper airplane and throw it at him and hit him in the head. Maybe he'll come by and hang out. Fletcher Cox might be here. That's like a new added guest. We have an incredible show Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Not 1 hour, but two. First hour on FanDuel TV and YouTube Live, of course. And then the whole second hour is on YouTube. So go ahead and find Up and Adam Show. Subscribe, and let's get it rolling. If you have questions, guess what? Guess what Kat brought? Kat brought my iPad, and here I have it. I brought my Hamilton. I also brought 3 things of eye drops.
Yeah, really needed all 3 of those things of eye drops out here on set.
Listen, with the fact that I don't have a Lumify deal, an Excedrin deal, and some sort of deal with just some energy drink where you don't sleep at all, it's quite a miss here. We've got a lot going on, guys. Your questions are rolling in. We're gonna have the stars on stars hanging out. It is showtime. Amazing outfit. Thank you, Kate Boots. Alex and Danielle styled me. Good morning, sunshine. Let's do this thing. I came across the country to be here in Vegas with y'all, and I wanna show you who's on the show, hopefully. These are what we think's coming on the show. Let's take a look. We're going to kick it off with Niners owner Jed York. Owner, CEO, head dude in charge. Trevor Lawrence is on the program. Seth Meyers has a little cameo. Baker Mayfield, Gronk. It is Gronk Day. I saw a big Gronk Beach sign at Encore Beach Club. Can't wait for that. Max Crosby on the show. He's been doing the rounds. Bert Kreischer and Derek Brooks. Separate but together. Those are besties. I can't wait. Steve Young is here, a legend. Tory Smith, Oz the Mentalist, and you don't know who we're gonna grab. I have a feeling Cam Newton's gonna reel in the big fish.
He's anxious to chat with you.
The big tall fish. Well, I did get something wrong. I did in fact, if credibility matters, and it should, I don't know if it does, but it should, I used the wrong emoji about the Cam Newton Debo thing. Debo we have not talked to. I have it on good authority. We get to talk to Debo once things shake out on Sunday between these 2 squads. Guys, go over to FanDuel Sportsbook, download it. There's some amazing props that I was even talking about on Seth Meyers last night. And yes, I was on Seth Meyers.
Can we talk about that for a second?
Go ahead.
Because, first of all, you wouldn't let me know. Taylor's here, Taylor Lewan's here yesterday, wondering where you are. And you told me I can't say anything because you had this fear that you were going to show up to Seth Meyers and he was just going to be like, we changed our minds now. A
couple of weeks ago, I flew across the country to be on an episode of Beat Bobby Flay. And Bobby Flay flaked on me. No, he didn't. It got messed up and I couldn't be on it. You never know. And it was such a risk to go there.
Yeah.
And then if it didn't work out or if I missed my flight, I had 2 backup flights. Yeah. Richard, you're getting that expense to get here on time and make sure everything was okay. So once I got there and it went well, then it was awesome. We had a good time. He was so lovely.
It looked awesome. He was great. I'm a little jealous though because he roasted you kind of almost better than I can. I actually, I pulled a little clip of this that I want to show of anytime I can show you getting roasted, I'm here for it. So let's roll the clip.
You have an athlete next to you. You're gonna beat everybody. Do you really think you think Sheena Shea's returning a serve to Vernon Davis? No, I'm gonna get exposed and pelted.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the scapegoat the whole time. I'm gonna be getting worked on this court.
Now, can I go on FanDuel and bet against you on this?
Yes. Safe bet. Well said by you. Get this though, whoever loses or wins, I think I have to go up against Saweetie and Lance Bass as the other pairing. So
I don't know.
I need to get my stuff together.
I'm starting to realize you came to New York not because you wanted to be on this show. You just wanted to get away from that pickleball match.
I did.
He pretty much figured you out right away. That crack about the, taking the cross-country flight to avoid the pickleball.
I don't know. I found him lovely. I found him lovely and charming and a nice Pittsburgh fan who was nice enough to say hi to Trevor Lawrence, nice enough to have me on the show. Because I was on the plane, I was looking at all these crazy props, the Gatorade props, of course, the colors, what all matters. And Oz, the Mentalist, who's going to be on our show, he actually is responsible for the biggest liability on FanDuel this year. He predicted a score. And there's a meme and everyone's betting it. So if that's the score, I forget what it is, we'll go over it with O's.
31-21 Chiefs.
31-21 Chiefs. That is the most bet on FanDuel by far. Travis Kelce, the most bet Super Bowl MVP, which makes no sense. Of course, he's not favored. The quarterbacks are. Okay, what else we got? Is that it? We're gonna take a short break?
Yeah, let's take a little break because we got some big guests.
I want to show you guys this guest list on the way out, though, just so we're aware. Jed York, the owner, the guy responsible for putting Shanahan and Lynch together. Tory Smith wants to come on and give give him his flowers as well. So we're taking a look at them up first. We're going to have Bert Kreischer surprise him with Derek Brooks. And you know Gronk's going to get in the mix. Back here on Up and Adams, big guest, Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence, Max Crosby. When I say big, Rob Gronkowski big, Derek Brooks. Bert Kreischer, not so big anymore. He's on some weight loss regimen. We'll get to talk to him about that. But we are back here with 49ers owner, CEO, Jed York. How do you like to be introduced? I'm always just like head dude in charge.
Just Jed.
Just Jed.
Just Jed.
Okay, well, Jed is here with us. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kay.
Are you here to yell at me about having Debo on my show every week to talk honestly about what's going on and give me great sound bites?
I love Debo. He's awesome. He's very raw. He is very, very to the point. I mean, I don't know if you know, but you know, Lynch went down to the locker room at halftime, and tense halftime, right? You're down by 17 points. And he said Debo was just sitting there, just shaking. He's like, just tell Kyle to get me the damn ball. And I mean, that's who Debo is. Like, he's just ready to take over a game at any point. And I'm very, very glad that he is on our football squad.
Wow. And after the game, you could see there was this like uncorking of emotion out of him that I've really never seen.
Yeah.
And there's a lot pent up from Miami.
Yes.
At Super Bowl 54. Now, you've been here before. What about this feels new?
I don't know if it's new, but this squad is just different, right? I think having a core of your group that was here in 2019 coming back, I think it's more of this is about business, right? Like, this isn't the first time that everybody is going to step onto this stage. And we have guys in our locker room that we don't have to go to Joe Montana, Steve Young, guys like that have done it before. They were 49ers. You have guys in the locker room that have been on this stage before. And I think that just helps you kind of calm everybody's nerves a little bit.
Got it. And when you see that the matchup, there's so much excitement, and you look at that it's Kansas City, does it make you happy? Are you glad it's them, or are you like...
Look, I mean, I love Clark Hunt. I think he is one of the greatest people in the National Football League. If you don't love Patrick Mahomes, I'm not sure what's wrong with you. He is the greatest football player on the planet. I mean, they're the best organization in the league. They've been here so many times, and it's an honor to play against them. And if you look at the schedule at the beginning of the year, if you have a chance to play Kansas City in February, you know, you might not love that matchup, but you will take that experience every time.
How does the competitive nature between the two of you manifest itself over these 2 weeks? Are there texts? Do you see each other? Are there like gifts sent? Like, take me into the world of the upper elite competitive trash talk life.
You know, I saw Clark. We were passing at the opening night at Allegiant Field, and you know, we just kind of gave each other like the bro hug handshake type thing.
Like coaches after a game.
Exactly. Okay. Like you don't quite know what to do. And I just said, you know, congrats, man. And I said, it's an honor to be here playing against you guys. And just congrats to you and your family.
But there's no when the matchup gets set, you're like, it's on, send.
No, I mean, and that's a difference. I know we were talking a little offset about the other football. So Leeds United, you actually sit next to the visiting owners, right? You have lunch with them beforehand. You come in like during halftime, and you're in the same room.
I like that.
There's no way I could do that with Jerry Jones. Like that wouldn't work.
Why'd you pick Jerry Jones of the 31 owners, Jed?
Big rival, Cowboys. You know, I mean, it would just be hard for me to do that with anybody in the NFL.
I played a clip on my show from 7 years ago when you were having to make tough decisions, Kelly, Balky, the whole nine. It's 7 years later now, and you have turned this team into greatness, where it deserves to be where it was once under your leadership, of course, before. What are you most proud of from that 7-year stretch till now?
I mean, honestly, it's a culture that we've collectively built. And knowing Kyle, knowing John, they understand what the 49er way is. Whether directly or indirectly, they were both around sort of 49er disciples, where Kyle's dad was with us. John was never with us, but played, I think just about every stop in his career was a 49er disciple, whether it was Dungy, Denny Green, you know, he played for Bill for a year at Stanford. So you have a sense of what it means to be a 49er. And they have their own adaptation of it and what it means to be a 49er in 2024. But it's still that same core and that same heart and that same principle that Bill and Eddie put together long ago.
You wanted to get it right with Kyle and John. You nailed it. What was like the one moment where you said, yes, I got it. I feel like this is it, or I know this is it?
So Kyle is hyper competitive. And if you go back to our first year together, we started 0-9. And I think we had the most losses by like 4 or less points. It was some crazy statistic, but we were 0-9. And I still felt better about that team than I did about a lot of the teams that we had in the past. And it was just it was that moment of, Kyle, like, we're gonna get there. Like, we're not here right now, but we're gonna get there. And then we won a game with CJ. We traded for Jimmy and then went on a nice run at the end of the season. And you could see it start to come together and really feel it and knew that you had a chance to do something special together.
You're in the headlines for nice words said about Mr. Harbaugh, who got the gig with the Chargers.
Very
I,
happy
of course,
for Jim.
Immediately looked to see if you faced them this year. You don't. But, you know, he was your coach and you had success with him. You went sort of similar in the fact that you went on a run with both to a bunch of NFC Championship games. What's the sort of biggest difference, or maybe just even speak to what sets Kyle apart from Jim, or what the biggest difference in their approach is?
You know, I don't even know it's those two. I think Kyle and John are so in lockstep. And unfortunately, I don't know that Jim and Trent Baalke were in lockstep.
And it matters. It matters so much.
And that's the thing. Like, whatever, we're here, this is awesome to be here, but we had a 3-game losing streak in the middle of the season. And that's when you need your coach and your general manager and your team to be able to come together and say, look, no more, we have to figure this out, because you're always going to have adversity in this league, and you have to be able to fight through it.
Yeah, Brock Purdy, what are we not talking about enough? What are we, you know, you're hearing everything, you're seeing everybody. We're talking about his outfits, who he looks like, whether or not he's a game manager. What aren't we giving enough love to? Please.
Look, I mean, what I look at is if Joe Montana can give Brock props, Joe knows the quarterback position a tad better than I do. So you know, I think that's enough for Brock to be able to have my seal of approval. But he's a guy that he doesn't care about any of this stuff. He doesn't care about the accolades. He doesn't care about, you know, what fashion trend he's a part of. He's going to go out and do his business, and I love that in him. I love that he is just grounded, focused. He's grounded in his faith, and he's super, super confident.
Yeah, when Kyle came and said, this is the guy, this backup's really great, did you lose sleep that night? What were the next couple of nights like for you, be honest?
Well, I mean, that was in August, right? So we had 2 quarterback injuries before Brock played. And, you know, if you remember, I wouldn't expect you to remember, but he played some mop-up time when we actually lost to the Chiefs last year, earlier in the season, in the regular season. And Brock came in, and I think he threw 1 ball into the stands. Like, he did not look super great. And I may have been a tad sarcastic with Kyle in the locker room after the game. And it's just like, just calm down. Like, we'll get there. Like Brock is going to be fine. Like, he's going to be really good. And then once Jimmy got hurt and Brock was able to come in and start and really play, like, the team sort of just exhaled because he can operate the way Kyle needs his quarterback to operate.
So it sounds like Kyle needs a lot of, not needs, but it's like you got to calm Kyle down.
Well, it depends.
That's sort of your role. Well, then how does John, what's the dynamic?
That's Lynch's job. Like,
okay.
John does that. Like, and I would say Kyle's like 85% of it. I'm like 14.5%, and then
because you're sarcastic and you have to walk it back.
Yeah.
Like, oh, shouldn't have said
Exactly.
that. Got it. That's.
And then we have to calm Lynch down like 0.5% of the time. And like when you see 4-7 red, like you do not want to get in 4-7 red's way. And we've only seen that once or twice in the past 7 years.
Okay.
But when John goes like full like safety mode, that's scary.
What's your mentality approaching this game? Do you allow yourself to think about what happens if you lose?
No, I mean it's a football game, right? Like unfortunately we've lost 2 games here. We lost, you know, to the Ravens. We lost to the Chiefs. Like, I know what that feels like. I know what that experience is, and you can't think about it like that. It's just a football game, and the difference is if you lose, you're here and you move on, and if you win, you achieve football immortality. And we need to be focused and calm and present, and we need to go take this thing.
Well, I hope you win.
Thank you.
I'm happy you're here, and I also want to congratulate you on getting a couple World Cup games.
Yes, fired up.
At your stadium. That's
yes.
amazing. You had a lot of good stuff going on.
So
hard work.
February 2026, Super Bowl 60. Summer 2026, World Cup.
Amazing. Super Bowl 60.
Pretty cool for Levi's Stadium.
Not bad. We have Tory Smith who wants to come out here. I'm hearing, I don't have an earpiece in because I went rogue. But Tory, if you want to come out here and join us. Hey, Tory!
Hey.
Two-time Super Bowl champion Tory Smith is here.
What's going on?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Thanks for being here. You've been on our show the past couple of weeks. You two know each other very well, and I know you wanted to talk to your boy Jed.
Yeah, no, I mean, Jed, that's my guy. I had the opportunity to catch up backstage, but I was giving you your flowers, man. I don't think a lot of people do that enough.
Thank you.
Because you're in a job where that doesn't really matter. But, you know, when I was in San Francisco, it was a trying time for the franchise. You were younger, you were learning, and people were unfairly criticizing you, in my opinion, because the performance of the team wasn't there. We weren't very good. But I think to see what you built one of the gold standards in the league, and to know how hard you worked with your family, your commitment, your love for what you were doing, even when people didn't see it, I think you deserve a lot of flowers for where this team is right now and in your leadership over the course of the last few years.
I appreciate you, man, and I think you know it as well as anybody. Our family loves our players. Like, we want to take care of our guys, and even if they're no longer here, I mean, I get texts from him, you know, in bad times, and hey, man, keep your head up, and that's what matters, right? And you know, now that you're retired from the league, you know, the things that you miss, it's that camaraderie, right? Like it's how much love there is in a building, how much love there is in a locker room. And you know, I don't have love for many people like I do for you, man. You've been awesome. You've been a great friend, and I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
Oh my gosh, what a feel-good moment to start the week here on Radio Row. We'll be back here with Tory Smith. Thank you, Jed.
Thank
Jed,
you, Kay.
I'm gonna say just Jed. He's like Madonna, just Jed. Jed's leaving. Are you partying this week? What are you doing?
No partying. I'm hoping to party Sunday night.
Yeah, you keep Kyle Shanahan away from the partying, at least for now. We'll be back later. we're back on Up and Adams. I don't know exactly where we are. Oh, there we are, beautiful Las Vegas. Oh my goodness. It's a little cold, it's definitely early, and I'm here with my new best friend. This is Andy. Andy and Kay are going to take me through an Up and Adams cocktail. By the way, these are new, and these are incredible, and they are ready to drink Smash vodka sodas, and I've had them, they're amazing. Peach raspberry is the best one, but we have a special cocktail that you made for me?
I mean, Kay, it's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We're Up and Adams. We're making it happen. So
Let's
we
go.
had to do something fun, something festive. I'm gonna get over here and.
Oh, sorry, you weren't really prepared for all this.
I mean.
I'm interested in what the heck this is, where I feel like we're like in like, is this like an ocean?
There's a lot.
Background. Look like we're doing a weekend update on SNL. Okay, but tell me about, so Smirnoff has been a partner with our show, and FanDuel.com/Smirnoff has been a lot of fun all year, giving fans and NFL fans chances to win prizes and to just be involved with the fun of the season. Now, this already smells delicious. What was that?
So we're putting in some fresh strawberries and a little bit of basil.
Strawberries and basil.
I mean, strawberries and basil just play well.
Heck yes,
with
let's
each
go.
other.
This
I
is
mean, so let's
delicious.
do that, and then we're gonna muddle them all together. We're gonna put in a little bit of, this is agave nectar.
Agave,
So,
okay, I was gonna say.
agave is what they make tequila from, but they also make sweetener. It's actually really good. It's great in drinks. Adds a little bit of flavor.
Okay,
So
better
we're
than
doing
sugar?
that. Look, I'm not here to say better or worse. I have my muddler
You're
here.
not a
So
nutritionist,
no,
got it.
I am not. But some people say it's good because it's low on the glycemic index. It goes into the system, so you don't spike.
I don't know, I was gonna get a whole science lesson
I
on
mean,
Andy,
you
but
don't
here
want
we
your
are.
sugar spiking in the middle of these
I
serious
certainly
moments.
do, since I'm tired. Baker Mayfield, Max Crosby. We've got, I'm trying to think of who else. O's the Mentalist will be here. Trevor Lawrence is on the show. Tory Smith joining us shortly. Loved his little moment with Jed York. They used to work together, of course, and nothing but love here on the Up and Adams set.
All right, so.
All right, bartender Andy.
We had a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of agave nectar.
Okay.
We're gonna prep our glass, but obviously.
That's my favorite kind of ice. Did somebody give him my rider, my specific kind of ice? I love the circular cubed ice. Yes.
We call it
Jed.
pebble ice, but I mean,
Pebble ice.
isn't it really just
Good.
Sonic ice when you get right down
That's
to
it.
it?
Oh, shh. Don't give
no.
Sonic free publicity. It's a Super Bowl. Everything's paid for.
Pebble ice, pebble ice. So, all right, so then we get ounce and a half of Smirnoff, obviously.
Quite an ounce and a half. Holy moly.
Okay, I've been doing this for a few minutes.
Okay,
If that
well,
wasn't an ounce
I have
and a
a
half.
press conference with Rob Gronkowski. I have something else. P&G Battle of the Paddles. Nobody needs Boozy Susie to arrive before noon.
I mean, is that your alter ego?
Yes.
Do we have to watch out for
It
Boozy
is.
Susie?
Boozy Susie.
Oh, sounds like fun. All right, so we
Okay.
shake all that up. A little bit of Smirnoff. Some fresh
Amazing.
ingredients, a whole lot of deliciousness. And then it's gonna be like a tall cocktail. Honestly, morning cocktails were a thing. This is sort of how a lot of these drinks started out.
Okay.
So
Yum.
we do a little bit of club soda in there, kind of
It
lengthen the whole
smells
thing out.
delicious. You guys can go to Smirnoff.com for more of these recipes, or Up and Adams Show, or like I said, FanDuel.com/Smirnoff. They've been amazing partners to us all week
Boom,
long.
boom. So
A little garnish,
Yeah.
and then I'll walk over and talk to my friend Tory.
boom, boom, a little fresh basil.
Here at Radio Row, guys, 2 hours. Thank you. So can I get a straw? Do you have a
Oh
straw?
yeah, I got a straw.
Thank you.
Special
big
gold
straw
straw.
girl. Oh my goodness, Andy, thank you. Andy will be here all week. I would like to know who is going to be taking the first shot of Smirnoff vodka. I don't believe that's you, Tory. No shots for you.
No, straight water only.
Oh, that's delicious. Thank you, Andy. That is delicious, and I'm going to be drunk, Tory. And that's what's going to happen, and then it's going to be a whole thing. How was it to see Jed? That must have been an amazing thing. I felt like an intruder on the moment.
No, I mean, Jed's my guy. You know, I think it's always great. You know, this whole business, you get caught up in the football aspect of it, but at the end of the day, it's all about relationships. And when you're that committed to something and trying to build and trying to be a champion, I mean, for me, it's not like I've ever tried to force anything. I've just always been about the people who are supportive of me. And I've been fortunate to play for great organizations, and those relationships live long past football. So again, to see what he went through, leading that organization and watching his growth, I mean, he deserves his flowers, because I remember when folks were rushing to kick him while he was down, and
It was
to see
when he
where
was
he
young.
is now.
He's
I mean,
trying to
he's
figure
figuring
it out.
Right, he's figuring it out, and I think he has it down. I think he has a great team around him, and the San Francisco 49ers are one of the best organizations in football.
He seems very calm, very collected. I'm glad that you're proud of him. And is that what's rare about that relationship? Like, do you text most owners that you have been on a team with, or I know you try.
You
to
know
get to
what?
know
I
them.
actually do have good
really?
relationships with
I love that,
everybody.
Tory.
But I think it's about the people that we're with, right? I mean, so Steve Bisciotti in Baltimore, right? He's been awesome to me since day one.
Right.
When I came in, like someone that I can lean on for advice or anything. And he even supports the work that I've been doing in the community, even when I wasn't a Raven, right? Like, so those relationships go far beyond that. And the same with Jed and, Lurie in Philadelphia and Mr. Tepper down in Carolina. So I still talk to all of those guys and plenty of people within leadership and players from those teams as well.
When we got off camera and took a break, Jed was leaving, but of course he brought up Brock Purdy. And you guys are both so it's like, but you two, when you were talking about it, have just a sense of like, we know what we're looking at. What is anybody else looking at? When you're looking at this matchup, what do you think we'll get out of Brock Purdy in Super Bowl 58?
I mean, I think we're going to see the best version of him, right? And if he plays the way he's supposed to. Now, you can never predict it, but I think he's ready for the moment. I think he has the ability. Well, I think we all overdo it when we talk about the franchise quarterback situation. I think everyone overthinks it, right? And what I mean by that is Brock Purdy is a guy that you can win because he is your quarterback.
Right.
And if you go back and look at the guys who won the Super Bowl over the course of the last, go back 10, 12 years, most of them are Tom Brady, right? And even beyond that,
Brady
there aren't very many guys, yet there's been 15 to 20 guys who've been paid record-breaking contracts. So I think for him, it goes to show that he's worth it, and you can win because he's your quarterback, and they would be foolish to not put everything they can behind this young cat as he grows and develops.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talk about whether or not he's the quarterback of the future of them. Is it contingent on this game? And Tory's saying he is.
He is.
And Tory just talked to Jed, y'all, so that's all you need to know. It's great to have you in person, the vibes of Super Bowl. I know you're not staying for the game, but even just...
Oh, I am. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be a fan, yeah.
But you're not going... Are you going or
Oh, taking that red eye home.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, my wife Chanel, these kids, like, I gotta get back, yeah.
Shout out to Chanel. When you think Super Bowl, which memories flood your mind first? Which, Ravens or Niners?
It's just both. And I have two different views. I'm not a political answer, but one, we came in my second year in the league, figured it all out.
Ravens or Eagles? I meant.
Yeah, with the Ravens, we were second year in the league. My brother had passed away that year, so to be in New Orleans, like, it was just a special moment. My family had never really been out of Virginia like that, so to go on a vacation, what it was for them, not for me, but to go and win and experience that with them was special. And then you come back. We win in Philadelphia. I just come from San Francisco. It was a rough couple of years, and we win Philadelphia's first Super Bowl. My wife's from outside of Philadelphia in Conshohocken, and it was just a completely different experience. And instead of celebrating with all my family, now I have two kids that I'm celebrating with as well. So just two different experiences, but both major blessings.
Kyle Shanahan in this one. Everybody wants him to be more aggressive, I feel like. Everybody wants him to get the Super Bowl. What do you need to see out of Kyle Shanahan on Sunday for them to have a win?
I just think once he stays in rhythm, he's fine. Now, if they get up, please be aggressive, right? Let's not see that happen again. But I think, again, I feel like this. After playing in multiple Super Bowls, there's no difference in the game. Don't overthink it. Don't psych yourself out. And so Kyle Shanahan is one of the best coordinators in the game. And just be who you are, right? Don't overthink it. You have the weapons. It's about controlling the clock, being smart. And if they protect the ball and they're able to get to Patrick Mahomes by rushing only 4, right? You can't blitz them. You rush only 4, they'll be in a good spot.
Have you seen some of the comments on your Chase Young is going to take over tape?
They've been killing me.
Killing you.
Absolutely killing me about Chase Young. I don't care.
Say?
Chase Young, that's my little brother.
Tory is doubling down on Chase Young having...
Chase Young, that's my little brother. So
what's going to happen?
Chase Young is going to make a key play in this game and be one of the reasons why the 49ers win.
Okay.
You don't have to believe it, Kay. It's going to happen.
I don't know that I don't believe it. I don't know why everyone's dragging the idea of Chase Young, not just you, but anybody that, with what he looked like in that game, there was a lot of people calling him out on not giving it his all.
Yeah.
And that's like, I imagine that's the worst kind of criticism a player can get.
It's definitely tough when you go and you get caught in 4K, not giving your best effort, right? I think Matt said it best. He's a little tired at that point, but there's still no excuse for it. And everyone's been there, right? Or your effort was maybe off at that one time, and that's when it gets you. That's why you got to train and fight against it. But, I know what he's capable of, and I think he's been waiting his whole life for this moment. He's in a great situation. Bosa's going to bring it, right? And I think for Chase, he's going to be ready to roll.
So you're going to pick officially?
Oh, I'm definitely picking the 49ers. I'm a homer, all right?
Picking the 49ers.
Yeah, for sure, 49ers. Brock Purdy's going to play a solid game. Christian McCaffrey's going to be the MVP. And it's going to all work out.
I think Usher should be the MVP, but we'll talk about that another time. Radio Row, kind of wild, the whole week wild. Who are you excited to see before you fly home to Chanel and the babies?
Man, for me, just a great time seeing everyone. I mean, I've been in here already. I've already seen a couple guys that I play with.
Really?
I don't get starstruck as much anymore walking around here like it used to be.
Who used to starstruck?
The first time I went on Media Row, Barry Sanders was here. And I was like, that's Barry Sanders. Like, I had this rookie card when I was a kid, and like, I couldn't get over. So now you're out here and you see guys like, I mean, just legends. Like, you'll see everyone comes through here. You'll see Emmitt Smith. You'll see all guys who I remember watching growing up. I just was with Torrey Holt, right?
Yeah.
You know, a guy receiver that I love and respect. So, I mean, but now they're all friends, right? Like, being kind of in this little fraternity a little bit.
Who would starstrike you?
What, who would now?
Yeah, right now. If like you looked over and somebody was standing there, who would that be?
No one really at this point. I feel like I kind of seen everybody at this point,
Okay.
but.
Well, I have somebody
you know.
that starstrikes
Who?
me, Fletcher Cox. Do you know him? You played with
That's my brother.
Well, what if I told you your brother is here?
Where is he at?
I think he's here. I just got a note that he's coming.
Oh,
Fletcher
man,
Cox.
y'all just letting anybody in. Y'all
Yeah, I don't even know he was here. Fletcher Cox is on his way. Steve Cohen walking by. Love seeing that. Let's do some props before we bring Fletcher on. The Deebo Samuel special. You heard Jed talking about him. Will he have one rushing touchdown and one receiving touchdown?
Oh, that's bold. If he does that, then
He's done it twice this season.
He's gonna take the MVP role from my guy C-Mac, but I'm gonna say no to that prop.
No to that part. Okay, Jerry Rice holds a Super Bowl record for receiving yards in Super Bowl 23 with 215. Will that record be broken? No. Okay, that's plus 5,000 odds. Mahomes and Brock Purdy. Yeah, we'll get to. Get to some of these later. Okay, we're gonna get to some of these later because, like, listen, I want you on the show. He doesn't want you on the show.
I do, man. You know that's my guy.
He said we'll let anybody
That's my
in
guy.
here. I'm not saying no to Fletcher Cox. Come in here. Great to see you, big guy.
Yes, ma'am.
I haven't seen you since August.
What up, bro? What's happening? Good. How you, bro?
Fletcher, what did you bring us? Did you bring us your laundry?
You see, he got his camo. He went hunting. We've been talking about going hunting for years.
This is great.
This dude owns a ranch and all of that. I can't get an invite. Can't do it. But Fletcher's one of my kids' favorite players.
First
So
off,
now I feel like I'm on a.
schedule, I'm there, so whenever you're ready to come, let me know.
y'all heard that.
Why hasn't he gotten the invite?
He got an open invite. He just showed up to the front gate.
Use your microphone, Fletcher.
Oh, he got an open invite. He just showed up to the gate.
I feel like Tory is somebody who wants to be invited to things, but also is so busy he will never come to anything.
He gonna blame it on the kids every time.
Yes.
Every time. Every time he
But
blames
you
it.
can't. But that's the perfect thing to blame it on. Like I'm kids, family, community, above everything. Then he doesn't have time to come.
Well, if the fishing is really good, like if the fishing is good where he at, he ain't coming. So if you wait when the fishing
Isn't
is
Lane Johnson a
good.
big fishing guy too?
Lane is a
Lane,
big fisherman. Lane hunts too though.
And
He
you guys
does
have
it
gone
all.
together?
Me and Lane hunt. We hunted.
They just went.
We actually,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They just went.
Yeah.
They're 2 hours from me, by the way.
Well, I imagine, I don't want to know about hunting, but I imagine going hunting, you get dirty, and then you have to clean your laundry, Fletcher.
Oh, we have to clean our laundry.
I'm helping
And-
you. I'm leading you to water. Drink, Fletcher.
I know. Hold on. You didn't give me. All right. So when we go hunting, like, right, we only use one product at my house, Tide, because I trust Tide, and you should too, all right?
I do. I trust.
You do?
I do.
All right. Just so you know now, Tide can tackle any pile, not too big or not too small, Tory Smith. So just let you know that, you know.
I saw you came with it. Like you
I brought it with me.
You got it ready.
I got to go check it out. So I got to, you know, you don't want to know what's in here. So I got to keep it a secret. You know, I took the bathrobe from the
Are you in a
from the
commercial
hotel.
with your fellow Eagles?
I am. I was
Tell
in a
me.
commercial right before the season with Jason Kelsey and Jordan Mulatto. So Todd was showing, you know,
Of
they took
course.
all the skill guys out of the way, and they showed some big guys some love under a pile. Sorry, you know, and you know it was fun though. We spent about 8 hours, just working with Todd, and obviously the commercial is very funny.
But now they got you walking around Radio Row with a big sack of laundry.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I told you it's my bathrobe out of the hotel room. So hopefully that the stewardess, hopefully she don't,
What, Tori?
catch you missing.
Did you mention that the Eagles have the most popular big fellas in the league?
They do, and I love them all.
I mean, just national attention.
I love
you got
him.
Fletch. He's all on TV. That's why he doesn't respond to calls anymore.
Oh, wow.
Then you have Jason Kelsey, who is the president of Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
Right? You have
President,
guys on.
hey.
Y'all have singers.
We do
Y'all,
got
y'all have
singers.
everything.
Overall talent, the Eagles take
Myalata.
Easy. Yeah.
Brandon
Easy.
Graham's
Yeah.
always good for some good sound bites.
Easy.
Love it.
The greatest trash talker in the history
I
of the
love
game,
him.
Brandon Graham.
I can't,
Oh, yeah.
He's going to hop onto some media the second he's done if he feels like it. I'm going to ask you some fill in the blanks, impromptu, off the dome. Super Bowl 58 will come down to
turnover battle.
And
Whoever win the turnover battle.
Blank will win the turnover battle.
Kansas City.
You have Kansas City in this game.
I'll root for Chris Jones and Willie Gay, Mississippi State.
Okay, we love to hear that. The future of the Fletcher Cox with the Eagles is?
Day by day. We're going to take it day by day.
Dang it. Show us those facts.
The future with me is, just day by day. Nothing I've thought about, but, just taking it day by day and see where I am.
You're out there hunting, setting traps. You're not thinking about your future with the Eagles?
Well, let's not call it hunting. We harvest animals, so that's a better term, harvest.
Okay, animal harvesting.
Yeah, we harvest animals. So if you say hunting, killing,
we eat them.
He'll tell you. What's his future with the Eagles?
Bright.
When you guys were cleaning out the locker rooms, never a fun day, right? Nostalgia, all this, you're leaving. What was it like between you and Jason Kelsey and everybody?
Well, I think that Jason's got probably 4 times the stuff I had in my locker. His stuff is like way out in like the middle of the locker room. So I guess people send him stuff all the time, and my locker, I got a few things hanging up in there. I only had to, get a few things out, but it's always weird cleaning out the lockers, especially knowing how good of a team we was at during the regular season. So it's always tough.
Has your new DC texted you?
No, I haven't heard from Vic. I did talk to Coach Hurst. They had the D-line coach, so he did give me a ring. I respect him. Actually, I already had his number in my phone, so I knew he was calling me.
Do you think Brock Purdy's a great quarterback?
I think I respect him. He's one of the top 2 quarterbacks in the league right now. I mean, he's in the Super Bowl, and all the other 30 quarterbacks are they'll be like me and Tory sitting on the couch watching, but I'll probably be hunting somewhere, so it won't matter to me.
I had Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown on my show. They were very quiet, but I asked them sort of what happened this year. And they both said, we just ran out of time. Like, it got bad, and then as it was getting better, we ran out of time. If I asked you just plainly, what the F happened this year, what would you say?
You really can't put your finger on what happened, right? Things started to go wrong.
That's true.
Things started to go wrong, and then it just, kind of dominoed, And let's be honest, I just spoke about it. We really, all year, we willed our way to win games. And, when we was willing our way to win those games, in the back of my head, I'm like, man, if we can we're finding ways to win these tough games, somewhere down the season, they're going to be a break where we can be up by, 14, 17 points with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. But it didn't go that way this year. Last year we were blowing teams out, let's be honest, on defense, we were getting turnovers. That's something that, I think that we didn't do a really good job as a defense this year, was getting turnovers and giving our offense, those extra possessions. And that, obviously, that's the thing. But, you really can't put your hand on what went wrong. We just know, it all went wrong. There was no, locker room issues. Everybody loved each other, but it was just, I don't know.
I've been asking. I know Tory's like, don't look at me. I've asked him. It's hard to believe that there's not something to point to. But I guess that's
because it's about consistent. It's about being consistent,
yeah.
Right? And this week it may be one thing. Next week it may be the other. The margin of error and really the difference between winning and losing in the league is so small. Regardless of the 60 minutes that happens, you can find 4 or 5 plays that you say, hey, one guy would have done this. On this one play, this would not have happened. Mm-hmm. That's the beautiful part about the team sport, but that's also the difference between winning 2 to 3 games and being in a better position or having your team have that momentum. Because like you mentioned, they were hot earlier, but they were in battles. The year before, they were just stomping on people.
Yeah.
And so until you kind of get that flow going, now again, it doesn't matter if you're winning, right? But that groove that they hit the season before, it didn't really happen. And I like the idea of saying run out of time, meaning that didn't get it to that point where you got hot. And it seemed like they were hot early and fizzled late, and you really kind of need that push late to really keep going on through.
I feel like there are some people who everyone loves. Look, the two quarterbacks in the National Football League that are in the Super Bowl, people tear them down and poke their holes. People are starting to make a case for Jalen Hurts being looked at differently than what he was. What would you say to those people?
I think Jalen played good. Obviously, we got to look at, at a couple of things where, Jalen is still a young quarterback. I think that was his 3rd year, being a full-time starter.
Wild.
I mean, you got to look at those type of things. And, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, he just got paid, this, that, and the third. But, he's still in the learning phase also. I remember going into my 3rd year, or as a starter. You know, it's still got that learning curve where, you know, you still got to learn, you know, so many things and so much. But, you know, as a quarterback, it's got to be hard. You know, I think it's 3 or 4 times, you know, the pressure that I have on me as a defensive lineman because, you know, I can make a mistake and it won't get noticed until the film turn on Monday, but he can make a mistake and the whole world can see it. But, I mean, you got to, you know, I respect Jalen as a person, as a leader, and, you know, and the biggest thing is, you know, you get the same guy every day.
Hey, Nab?
I'm hearing him talk. And it drives me crazy that we're discussing Jalen Hurts as
I just wanted to let him speak.
No, because
highly
it's
of
not
him.
for you.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a narrative all the way around. Jalen Hurts, prior to this season, was in the MVP conversation for 2 years.
100%.
And now we have fans and media folks questioning, is he the guy? So you mean to tell me you can be...
I think the question is more what went wrong, and then you right away that the quarterback...
It's not that. No, I be getting tweeted.
Okay,
They be killing me on Twitter now.
Okay.
They kill me on Twitter now. I hear it. But I think Jalen is a guy that, again, similar to Brock Purdy, like we talked about. Can you win because he's your quarterback?
Yeah.
And the answer is yes. And the Eagles were almost Super Bowl champions last year because Jalen was their quarterback.
You got to look at the guy, though. He's a winner.
Okay, you guys, we can talk in the break because our breaks are live on YouTube, so don't say anything crazy. But we're going to take a short break here. We've got Bert Kreischer coming on. Derek Brooks is on the show. We've got Tide Laundry for Fletcher Cox, and he was singing Day by Day. That's the future, day by day.
I have no voice. I think if I had the guy if I had Mulatto here, you know, maybe he could probably make a song with it. But me, like, they try to get me to sing a little bit, like
you should.
for the deal, but
Tory, you just got heated about that.
Just so you know,
Tory was heated about.
They killed it. They try to kill it.
Well, can we slate really quick? Can you have them slate really quick so I can? Back on Evan Adams, Baker Mayfield, Trevor Lawrence on the way. My next guest is, we have Max Crosby on the show. We have a crazy list here. We've got Rob Gronkowski, heard of him? O's, the Mentalist will be here. But we have an incredible, incredible guest, one of the top grossing comedians in America. That's sort of a weird intro. He makes a lot of money, everybody. He hosts the Bertcast, Something's Burning, and Two Bears, One Cave podcast. His Tops Off World Tour continues through May. Please welcome the Machine, Bert Kreischer! Hi! Oh, there's no. Can we get some applause? Some hoopla for Bert, please?
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Bert.
How you doing?
I'm really great. Good to see you. Happy
It's good
Super
to see
Bowl.
you again.
Are you here? The real reason I wanted you to come.
What? To talk about me tackling the protester?
No, it was just to protect me from any wily, bewildering, sort of aggressive-looking fans that might be here.
Hey, I did my job. You know, we did for anyone listening and that doesn't know, we did the Netflix Cup.
Yes.
And I was in the field. You drove that beautifully.
Thank you.
Beautifully. And what happened?
I drove that Rage Fest, crazy, ambitious party bus all over.
It was like wrangling cats.
It was so fun.
Marshawn Lynch was possibly the most hilarious human being in the world.
Amazing.
He was interviewing people without the camera on.
Yeah.
And I go, what are you doing? And he goes, practicing.
Yeah. I saw him in the morning and he was walking around with like a glass of something and I was like, okay, it's 7 a.m.
It was Hennessy. It was Hennessy.
It's 7 a.m.
And by
Hennessy.
the seventh hole, I got into a cart with him and he goes, I think we're done. I go, no, they play 9. They play 9.
That's what's happening
And then
here.
he disappeared and then we saw him at that thing when they sprayed the champagne. But on the first hole, protesters came out.
Yes.
And it was chaos. And I was just scared. And I simply gently.
Is it a reaction or a thought? The synapse fire in your head?
You know what it is? It's a host muscle.
Okay.
It's a host muscle just going like, because people forget I hosted television shows.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, well, let's just move her out of the way. But when you freeze frame the shot, it looked like I tackled her. And we got done the round with Justin Thomas, all the golfers.
Yeah.
And someone at Netflix goes, hey, you're trending. And I said, why? He goes, did you tackle a protester? I completely forgot about it.
You took one for the team and got us trending, which I absolutely love. We're back in Vegas for the Super Bowl. What are the vibes? Like, I know you've got shows all week. What do you have going on?
Oh, I am bubbling. I had dinner with Gronk last night.
Shut up.
I had dinner with Andrew Whitworth. I partied with Charles Woodson.
Where did you guys go to dinner with Gronk last night?
Delilah's
Oh my
private
God.
room. By the way, Rob Gronkowski
who's
is
in
my
the
spirit animal.
Who's in the room?
So our agents, Rob, Andrew, Rob's dad, Rob's dad's wife, and Rob Gronkowski is maybe my favorite human being ever.
He'll be here in a couple minutes.
He is awesome. Anyone gets a chance, just tickle him. His laugh is infectious.
What happened at this dinner?
You know me, I wouldn't shut the hell up.
Really?
I was doing my best stuff. I almost told the machine story. Like I literally was like, told him about when I fought a bear. I did everything. I rolled out the red carpet.
Bits
it was
ahoy.
like I was trying to sleep with him.
Bits
I was,
ahoy.
I was
God,
texting
Bert.
mutual friends. I love Rob Gronkowski. He is the best human being
Who are
alive.
your mutual friends? Who are the mutuals with Rob Gronkowski?
Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman.
Another friend of the show.
Yeah, beautiful man.
That's amazing.
He's gorgeous.
Is
They all
he?
have. If you notice,
I think Andrew Whitworth is gorgeous. A gorgeous man.
Andrew Whitworth is a stunning dude. He's large.
Stunning.
You forget
Beautiful complexion.
how these men could have their way with me. Like, I got a picture with them, and I'm under armpits, and I'm like, I couldn't say no to eat. Rob Gronkowski! Rob Gronkowski! Rob Gronkowski!
What are you doing on my show? You told me last night that you're going to be on it.
We need a mic, I think.
Okay, show.
Look at how.
you doing?
No, it's your show.
Wow. Just
Hi,
had the shirt
Gronk.
off last night.
I know we were just talking
How you
about
doing?
we were talking about your dinner at the private
Yeah,
room in
unbelievable
Delilah.
dinner we had last
What
night.
was the dinner?
I was
What
actually
made
couldn't
it
sleep
so
last night.
unbelievable?
I went to bed and I've been up for 24 hours.
Are you serious?
I was literally like buzzing. I couldn't fall asleep.
Okay,
I eventually fell asleep.
I think we're gonna say hi to Gronk. Okay, wait, we don't have a mic for Gronk. Gronk's leaving. What Gronk just said is that Gronk just said he has not slept for 24 hours. Gronk looks a little. We have a press conference coming up. Are you going to be responsible, Bert Kreischer, for Rob Gronkowski missing his second shot at the Kick of Destiny on Sunday?
I have one promise to him. I will be showing up to the Gronk beach party in a Speedo. I promised his dad I'd do it. I will be there. Our show's Saturday night at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Me and Tom Segura. We have a list of like special drop-ins.
Amazing.
And but his party's Saturday. I told him I'd show up.
It's like 12 to 6, Encore
I will be there
Beach.
from 12 to
You'll
6.
be there, and I will be.
Sunburnt at my show at the MGM Grand.
I have sunburnt. Sure, let's keep saying that. You host Two Bears, One Cave with Tom Segura, who you just mentioned. You have also have you're wearing. Isn't this your?
Oh,
Yeah.
We just launched a brand. I won't say anything because I think I have a cocktail coming.
That's okay. Oh, he wants a cocktail. Make him a cocktail. We love that.
Yeah.
But you have lots of stuff going on with Tom, which is amazing.
We have a lot of stuff going on.
But you have some beef. You like this Gronk, who's got brothers, who's a tight end. It's the other tight end who's a brother with the Kelseys and the podcast. Are you actively rooting against Travis in the Super Bowl? What's happening, Bert?
I can't. My daughters are huge Swifties. They only know one football player. My daughters know such limited. They're like, you know who's good in comedy? I go, who? They go, Shane Gillis and you. I go, who do you know in comedy? They go, Shane Gillis and you. So they only know, shut up.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, out of Pensacola, Florida, number 55 from Booker T. Washington High School, 2014 Hall of Fame inductee from Florida State, Derek Brooks.
Thank you. Delivering pizza.
Derek, always good to see you. Thank you. Now you two. Oh my gosh, you actually brought a real pizza.
Oh my God.
I don't recognize you with the shirt on.
I can take it off.
All right. Derek, let's have you have a seat. We'll put your beautiful Little Caesars pizza here.
It's so good seeing you.
I thought I'd bring you a little surprise.
My dad, listen, my dad is not easily impressed, okay? I did the Amalie Arena in Tampa.
Yes.
And with 19,000 people. He's in a box with Wade Boggs.
Yeah.
And my dad comes out, I go, what did you think of the show? He goes, not bad. Derek Brooks walks in and goes, can you believe his career? And my dad's like this. Derek Brooks walks out and he goes, do you think he knows who you are? I go, yeah, Dad, yeah. And then he said, this is my claim to fame.
Yes.
He said, I was at his very first comedy show at Potbelly.
Yes.
In Tallahassee.
In Tallahassee.
At Florida State.
Florida State. Can you believe we're the same age?
Yes.
I look like a shoe.
I think you both look great. So you guys knew each other. You guys were you were at his first ever comedy show.
Yes, in Tallahassee. Well, listen, I was at a lot of comedy shows of his, but those shows weren't necessarily. Oh, this is a family show.
This is a family show.
It's actually not.
Oh, yeah, I've seen a lot of.
Not.
Listen, I've seen a lot of Bert shows, but this particular one, yes, it was obviously. You could tell back then he had an aura of making people laugh.
Okay, he's making me laugh now. What were those shows like? Tell me. Paint the picture for me, Derek.
I had a shirt on. Back then I had a shirt on.
He had a shirt on.
Jack.
Let's just say the language was, college.
Yeah.
19, 20-year-olds.
Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty aggressive.
Let's say a lot of liquids involved.
Okay.
A lot of bodily function.
Yes. but seriously, he had the art to capture artists, tell a story. I mean, just look at a person, look at a thing, and tell a story, and you talk about laugh.
Yeah.
Not just making fun of himself, but making fun of his friends, opponents that came to play us football team. It was nice to obviously see the success he's had, since then, knowing that, man, those humble beginnings.
If you told me we'd be doing a talk show together 30 years ago,
No.
I'd be like, huh?
In what lifetime?
What if I told your dad that? Clearly, who does your dad love more, you or Derek? Let's be
Derek
honest.
Brooks, without a doubt, without a doubt. My dad was so blown away. He just kept going. He knows who you are, buddy. Can you believe it?
And he did. He said,
You're like, I have 3 Netflix specials,
he did.
Dad. I'm like, that's what he's most proud of.
and he
That's
said
what
that to me. He said, in all seriousness, you really know my son? I said, yes, sir. I knew him back in school in Tallahassee.
That's amazing.
He said, you serious? I said, dead serious.
My dad's got 2 things he loves, Florida State and Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Derek hit the trifecta.
Now, I have Baker Mayfield on the show today. What should I ask him, Bert?
His ass is perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
He's got a great ass. That's the one takeaway. All professional athletes have great asses.
What is the perfect ass?
Well, now listen, there's a football ass, and it just reeks of power, explosivity. I've got just a crack in a hole.
Okay.
He's got just cheeks. And a great dude. He's a great dude, too. I love the way he plays football.
I wouldn't ask him.
Derek, what would you like me to ask
Derek's
him that I
going to
won't
walk
get
backwards
too-
out of here.
I would like to ask him, honestly, is Tampa Bay his #1 choice to stay?
Please.
I hope so. So you're saying, please, you want Baker?
Yes.
I don't think enough people realize how great it is to be a fan.
Tell him, Bert.
To be a fan of something. To have something to wake up Sunday morning and go, oh, my team's playing. and to set your day up around that, to put a Boston Bud on the smoker and get up early and have a cocktail and throw the game on and to hit your kids and go, oh, it's 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they're tied, this is why we watch the game. That is so beautiful. I feel bad for people that don't love things. I love love and life, and I love meeting my heroes. This is like, this whole week for me is a treat. I don't need to get paid. I want to get paid, but but just meeting all these legends is like a dream come true for me.
Yeah, talking Boston Butts, Baker's Butts with you, Bert Kreischer. You have a couple of big shows at MGM Grand Garden Arena while you're here. You have another May 11th. I want to get that out in LA. I'd like to come.
Oh, please.
At the Forum.
Netflix
is a joke fest, and then you'll be shooting. Congratulations! Oh my God.
I'm shooting my
another Netflix freaking special.
Sixth special in Tampa at the Mahaffey. Yeah, I'm doing July 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Derek knows all of your things.
Oh, yes.
Derek, I need your Super Bowl pick, and I want you to tell us what you're doing with Little Caesars.
Well, first, I'll start with my Super Bowl pick.
Okay.
I'm home biased in supporting John and Kyle. Obviously, we got a lot of history together, and the last time they were in the Super Bowl in Miami, watching the game with them, you know, I saw that disappointment leaving that stadium, and I'm just really hoping they get it done this time around. The next order of business is first understanding that Little Caesars is the official partner in the pizza category of the NFL. So let's make no mistake about it, that's the go-to. Next, when we're talking about scoring touchdowns in the pick six, slices and sticks, obviously I'm here promoting that campaign for Little Caesars. So what I want to encourage everyone to do, go get your Little Caesars app, download it. You got to do that first.
Got to do that first, Derek.
Then you got to accept the challenge. The pick six slices and sticks challenge. Now, you got to accept it.
Derek.
No, I'm serious. Then you got to do one other thing. You got to spend a little money. You got to order. Okay, you got to order.
Good order.
Okay, you got to order.
Do this for game day or the day before.
Yes, you can afford it.
You can. $5, very affordable.
Yes, exactly. Then you sit around because you've entered. You got to do it before Saturday, before the game. And now you sit around, and this is the crazy thing about this. You can root for any defensive player to score a pick six touchdown.
Well, let's not pretend it's easy to score a pick six just because you did it.
I'm not saying it's
in a Super Bowl. One of 14 players ever to do it.
Exactly. But here's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter who you want to win. You just want a defensive player to score a touchdown by an interception.
Okay, got it.
And guess what? It's going to be a lot of passes thrown.
A lot of passes thrown.
So the opportunities is going to be there.
Brock and Mahomes, get your Little Caesars app. Go ahead and get that done.
I have not had pizza.
Bert, let's just. I mean, Derek said he didn't
I have not, because I've been on a diet. I've been keto.
Let's see this body.
You don't diet.
The machine, everyone. What do you got going on? And here.
You can see an ab. I squeezed
right there. Right there.
You look amazing.
Oh, I almost went to the bathroom.
So happy to have you. Gronk's coming on. Derek Brooks, you are an absolute legend. Oh, Gronk's coming on now.
Where's Gronk?
Gosh, holy. Gronk.
He was on the court somewhere. Hey,
here he is.
When we saw Gronk walk up, I got to tell this story.
Oh, okay. Is the hour over?
We're on YouTube?
I don't know. I don't know.
Just don't talk about the vaccines, guys.
I have no clock. I have no freaking idea what time it is. All right, where's Gronk?
He is.
Okay, you guys can bounce.
Here he is
right now. Oh, yeah, here he goes.
There we go.
No?
He's like, hey, come on there.
Gronk. Is this gonna affect your kick?
No.
Where did you guys go out?
Yeah, I know.
Right last night.
I know, a lot of drinks last night. A lot of drinks.
I drink.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Bert, B, Gronk, it is always a pleasure, man.
Always a pleasure, man.
Always a pleasure.
Wow. He knew all of your dates. It's an unbelievable thing. There's being friends and then there's knowing the schedule.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Bert usually takes a
Yo, don't make no trouble.
Not seen Steve yet.
Are you still in Tampa?
Yeah, staying in Tampa.
Okay,
Still in Tampa.
Are you there?
Yes. Man, Troy.
We're on the show?
Yeah.
I live
we're on
up north.
It's fine. It's all fine.
I'll grab your credentials.
We're all good.
Yeah, we're on.
Take our shirts off?
We don't have to stand talking. It's all fine. This is.
Grab that for us.
Let's give you that. All right, you guys can. Do you want to take this with you?
No, this is your
This
guy.
is for us? Thank
I live
you.
more northwest, like in the Odessa.
Are we doing that now?
Here's a pizza that Little Caesars brought us for backstage. Very nice.
Y'all down, you down must see.
That's actually the best way to be. Like, you get the most bang for your buck.
But, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I bought out
Davis
there.
Island.
Oh, yeah. I say he's down there. That's
Oh, yeah.
very high rent.
Yeah.
Very. All our hockey players.
Bert's here! God, what is happening?
You see any of it? Most of our hockey,
Just so you know.
hockey players live in Davis Island.
There's like 12 of them on the island.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go. you see
All right, we're gonna set Gronk.
Yes, O's
Go.
mic'd up now.
Okay.
I mean, Dave, that's unbelievable.
Okay, and then we don't have
Talk to
Steve
Gronk for a
on.
little bit.
Rich.
We do not yet. But
Yes.
working on it.
Oh.
Here are the Gronk and O's.
Oh, I gotta go. I can't keep talking.
You can talk.
I'll come back. Well, I will.
It's great.
So take
Well, I'll
this
catch up
down.
with you when you're back, man. With Troy, and I say last time we missed each other, Troy was trying to connect us.
Yeah. Where was that?
Okay, great.
That was
I just wanted to say thanks
your
again to
brothers were in
Smirnoff,
town. They were
honestly, for
trying
this
to golf.
amazing bar.
and he was
And
trying
we've
to
got
see if I
Andy
could get
here,
him out.
and we've got our Up and Adams
leaving
cocktail.
town.
Now we should maybe
Set up a golf round.
tweet the old recipe.
But I was, if I was,
to get it out
if
there
I was
too.
seeing you, man, I'll be at the show this summer.
Please.
Every half
I'd love to have you, man.
But we'll be talking before then.
Up and Adams
Is the
cocktail.
camera gonna?
My special.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, Up and Adams cocktail, okay, is Smirnoff 21,
Yeah, that's
original classic vodka.
This is
Yeah.
Gronk's stuff.
Thank you.
Strawberry, fresh strawberry,
problem.
pulled up.
Okay.
A little bit of basil,
Would you guys
This
do?
alone.
agave nectar.
Okay.
Again, like we talked about, a
Let's
little
make
bit of
Gronk a drink.
sweet. And some
Gronk, what would you like to
lemon
drink?
juice.
What would you like?
You want a Cosmo?
I drop.
Exactly. That sounded like a yes.
A Cosmo. Perfect. Thank you.
Got me a Cosmo, sir. Bartender,
Well,
sir.
where did you guys go after Delilah?
I just went home because it was beginning of the week. I didn't want
We
to
staying
get
at
too
Fountain
far
Blue?
behind. But let me
It's
tell
pretty
you,
nice.
I got home. Yeah.
It's like the air in the casino, though. It's the whole thing.
I was like, oh yeah, I'm in Vegas. I never slept normal in Vegas.
Never.
My whole life.
No.
Ever. Like I never even.
It's the air.
It's the air.
It's there. I'm not
It
kidding.
is. It's
It
the
keeps
air
you
or
awake.
something.
And they keep it cold and they put some shit in it.
I walked out of the casino. I was like, real quick, 1,000 on black. I was like, it'll hit.
Probably on the table out there.
Trying to make up.
No, I'm going back later today. We have a big blackjack tournament today. I'm sure they reached out to you.
Where at? Where's it at?
At the MGM.
No.
It's on the floor right in front of that chair.
All right, we're gonna go. Yeah, we have a press conference. We gotta go. You're the best.
Hey, thank you so much.
Bert, you're the best.
Crazy though. I
buddy.
walked over. I go, are you? I was like, are you? How are you?
I love that you guys don't even know what your schedule is. You guys just wake up and people sweep you away to places.
Beach party.
For sure, Bert.
Beach
Yes,
party.
definitely.
Thank you,
All right,
guys.
thank you,
Thank
Bert.
Thank you.
All right, Gronkster, you're here. I asked Bert if he's
Live right now?
yes.
Oh, well, so we're still live. What's
We're-
up?
we're just
What's up,
rolling.
everyone? How you doing?
Hey everybody, we've got you guys have questions. You can give them to Gronk. Gronk, I'm worried about the no sleep with the kick. Is this going to affect it? Because sleeping in Vegas, sober, trying to get a good night's sleep is not easy to do. I
I'm telling
agree.
you this, it's actually might be worse to stay sober in Vegas because you ever stay sober and then you go to bed and you can't really fall asleep and then you only get like 3-4 hours of sleep and then you wake up and you feel like you're super hungover and you never even had a drink.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what happened with me and I was like, you know something, I'm just gonna drink every night now. Like that just
That's the lesson.
did it for me. That's always the lesson. Don't ever go to bed sober in Vegas or else you can't sleep properly.
People are saying they pump different oxygen, pure oxygen in
Tucker
Vegas
has-
and you stay awake.
Tucker
I can't
has-
believe that.
I believe it as well, and plus the energy. I mean, the energy at dinner last night. Bert, I was had a dinner with
Whitworth?
Bert last night.
You had Big Wit.
Yeah, Big Wit as well. We had a great crew, and we had a lot of laughs. And then you walk through the casino, go up to your room, so you feel all that energy. Then I
Yeah.
take a shower, I lay down in bed, and I'm like buzzing. I'm like, what the heck? I've been up now for technically 24 hours, and I'm laying in bed buzzing still. I'm like, this is Vegas
Is
for you.
it the kick? Is the pressure getting to you, Gronk?
The pressure is getting to me a little bit. I really wasn't thinking about the kick. I was thinking about the interviews more.
Got it.
Because I'm a guy, actually, I can be beat up, but I can perform physically. It's harder for me to be beat up and do interviews because my brain gets slower if I don't have that much sleep. So the interviews are harder, but somehow I can still do physical things even if I have no sleep.
I'm sure our communications team is very excited about our press conference we have to do
Yes.
today after hearing that you.
Oh no,
that
but
you're
the thing
struggling
is
this
that
morning.
I'm starting right now. The wheels will be turning. I'll be oiled up, lubricated up in the next hour, so I'll be ready for the press conference.
I love it. Now, we have talked to a lot of people. If you haven't seen, several friends of the show have talked about whether you're going to make or miss the kick. So I want you to see these picks. Do we have that clip? Can we play it? Can we play it? Do we have a clip of the make or miss? No?
Hello.
The make or miss.
We need a clip.
Roll them on.
We need the make or miss.
Tier of teams in the NFL that have gone back to back, and you know, it's I've been on a mission ever since I won my first Super Bowl. We made it back to the Super Bowl the year after 2019. Obviously, lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's motivated me.
That was not a make or miss clip.
It wasn't? Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
We're messing everything up for you.
But he basically said, "I'm going to make it." That's what I took
saw that
from it.
on Twitter. He said
I saw it on Twitter.
Mahomes said that you're going to make it. We have a bunch of other players and stuff that will be showing you. We think you're going to make it, and there's $10 million up for grabs. You guys can vote on or pick whether Gronk makes or misses it. We've got a press conference about that coming up. But we also are going to do our last parlay of the year.
Oh,
big
our
bad
parlays.
Yes.
This is sad. It's coming to an end.
Well, we haven't done great. Maybe we'll turn our luck around right now. This is no different. Kay and Rob, same game, no sweat parlay. What is your first leg? You can just read it, I believe, right. I hope it's right there.
I memorized this.
You have it? What do you got?
I came up with it yesterday, last night. I'm going to go with George Kittle, 40-plus yards.
George Kittle, 40-plus yards.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown score. I think he's absolutely going to bank that.
And then I'm going to go with the third parlay leg. I'm going to go with Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown.
Okay, so Christian, anytime touchdown. Travis, anytime touchdown. Yards for Kittle. And let's do a Mahomes here. Patrick Mahomes, 225-plus passing yards. So to recap, we talked about this yesterday with Gronk. Here's what it is. Rob's got the tight ends, shocker. Kelce, anytime touchdown. Kittle, 40-plus receiving yards. I'm going with a CMC, anytime touchdown, and Mahomes to pass for 225 plus. All FanDuel customers can place a no-sweat same-game parlay on the Super Bowl II. Head on over to FanDuel, ride the parlay, and if it doesn't hit, no sweat, everybody. You get your bonus bets back. If it doesn't, enjoy Super Bowl 58 only on FanDuel. That is America's #1 sports book. And speaking of parties, we've got our guy Oz here, who I hear you met backstage.
Oz.
Do we have Oz?
Oh, I just met him backstage. He was doing a magician trick on me, and then I had to come up here. So I wrote it down, what he told me to write down.
Okay.
Where is Oz? Oz, where are you at, buddy? Let's finish up.
Baldy! I love you, Baldy!
Where's Oz? Oz, where are you at, buddy?
Are we supposed to go?
Come on up, Oz. I thought he introduced me to himself. He goes, "I'm Oz." I go, "Your name's Hose?" He goes, "No, Oz." I was like, "Oh."
He's amazing. He goes in those locker rooms. He goes in those locker rooms and Gronk. Oh my God. Are you? How much are you going to practice till Sunday?
I'm practicing the kick.
Yeah.
So I'm practicing today. Okay. I'm going to probably do about 20 repetitions.
20 reps?
I practiced the other day. I probably did about 50 kicks the other day. I got it down right now. I'm feeling good, confident. I'm just doing the one step, so it's not too complicated as well. You know, the kickers, they go back 3. I'm just doing one step because it's only a 25-yarder, and I got enough strength in my leg to be able to pull that off. But I'll be ready, and then also I got practice on Friday, and then a little practice before the actual kick. So I'm going to be super ready to go. I'm going to make this kick.
We don't want you to over-practice, Gronk.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's just today, Friday, and Sunday. No more practice from there.
Okay. If you guys have any questions for Gronk, light it up. Let's see. Mahomes.
Oz is back. Oz is behind us.
Oz.
You coming on, Oz? Let's come on.
Oz is here.
Come on, Oz.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for being
Up
here.
and at 'em.
Great to
Gronk
meet you
is
again,
ready to
brother.
rock.
I'm ready to rock, man.
Oz, the mentalist.
Oz the mentalist. Just mentalist.
I need a mentalist in my life.
To know what I'm thinking?
Yes. No, to fix my brain.
To fix your brain?
I don't know what happened backstage between you two. What?
Bert Kreischer took his shirt off. I mean, life got crazy. I freaked him out. You never know what's going to happen here up and at it.
So what did you guys do? A little.
No. Here's what I want to try something with you first.
Oh God. Okay.
In fact, Rob, here's what I do. I want you guys working in tandem. Think of this. FanDuel sponsoring this. You know what? I like a good parlay bet. I want to make this fun. Before we get started, I want to warm up. Kay, think of a number between 1 and 100.
Okay.
She said Kay, and her name's Kay. Too easy. One question. Is there any way anybody could know what you just thought of?
Like here?
Anyone, period.
I mean, it's my favorite number.
Oh, don't say. Okay, so change.
Another number.
Is it my favorite number as well?
Nothing away.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say.
It was 87. That was so obvious. She said her favorite number.
Oh,
Yeah,
she
loves 87.
I got it.
And then Rob, I caught for 2 seconds. I said, think of something fun related to the Super Bowl, a prop bet. You wrote down a color on that piece of paper. Take that note, rip it into shreds. I don't want to know what color. I told Rob, think of a color. Okay, new number. You got one?
Yeah, I have a new number.
She didn't do 87.
No.
She was thinking of you, not Travis.
Was old
she was
number.
thinking you, not Travis.
Yeah,
for sure.
I know. That's
Rip
why
it
I
up.
said
Rip up the
87.
color.
He loves Travis.
I'm uncomfortable. I don't like not being in control.
I'm gonna go with this. I always take control. I'm showing you. Close your eyes, Kay. Which camera are we playing to? Which camera?
That's obvious.
No, it's not.
This one?
Yes, you're right.
I'm not
That's
sure which
obvious.
one.
She's thinking
That one,
about
that
that
one.
number.
That one. There we go. Can you see it? You think so? All right, Kay, open your eyes.
Yeah?
You thought of your favorite number. You changed your mind. Is that right?
Yes.
So this new one, football's all about go bigger. This is a Super Bowl. I bet you went higher than this. Gronk, I'm gonna go with this instead. Take the marker. I wrote 12. It's gonna kill me. It wasn't 12, was it? Because I changed. Did you go bigger? I did. What number? What are you thinking of? Say it.
3.
Tell her what I wrote. Isn't that reverse psychology? Told her what I wrote. I crossed out 12. I wrote down 3.
Oh my God, how did you do that? How did you do that? It was 43 is my favorite number, and then I changed it to 3, which is my lucky number.
He's Oz the Mentalist.
That's a little wild. Okay, do more.
How'd you do that? Do something on me now.
Do it. Let's
All right,
do it,
well,
Rob.
you did something backstage. Are we going to complete that task?
Yeah, but I want to tell them. What are you drinking, by the way?
A little
Cosmo?
martini.
Okay, martini.
Cosmo martini.
All right. So I told Rob to think of some of these parlay bets where they have the weirdest bets. They go, what's the over-under on how long, the anthem's going to be? I wanted to do a bet that nobody would possibly know. And here's what I want to do. I'm going to try something with both of you. And the way we're going to play this out is you thought of a color, and the bet we decided on was Gatorade. What color is the Gatorade going to be at the Super Bowl that they dump on the coach?
Mm-hmm.
But let's start at the beginning. Okay, how much time do we have, by the way?
Whatever, I don't even know. Who knows?
About 2-3 minutes.
Your
2-3
time
minutes?
is not of
Okay.
the essence.
Maybe 4, depending on the trick.
Okay, 2-3 minutes. Then
Uncle Vito
I want
does
you
that.
to imagine that we start the game. We flip a coin, right? Flip a coin. You know somehow, heads or tails. Simple 50-50. This is under my pay grade. What's it landing on?
Should I say it?
Yeah.
Heads.
Heads it is. I like it. Optimistic. And you know what? If we're making a parlay bet, I gotta put a few things in place. FanDuel, baby. Rep the brand. Get in tight. They like that.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go through this. I flip the coin. It lands on the hand. Nice and loud. What's it landing on?
Heads.
Heads it is. Rob Gronkowski. End of the game. They take and they dump Gatorade on the coach. Hear me out. Gatorade colors, red, blue, orange, purple, yellow, all 5, mix them up. Which one you think it is? What's your money on? Say it. Which one'd you go with?
Blue.
Blue, okay. And then this is where it gets fun. I want you to hold this in your hand. And I want you to look through football greats, okay? 50 different people, look through and say some of these names out.
Okay. Tom Brady, Lawrence Taylor, Patrick Mahomes, Odell, Ronnie Lott, Aaron Rodgers, Randy
Rob
Moss,
Gronkowski,
Lamar
you're in here,
Jackson,
baby.
J.J. Watt, Dan Marino,
You
Robert
know a
Griffin
lot of these
III.
people,
Yeah.
past and present.
Yeah.
I don't want you to pick your favorite. Take that book,
Yeah.
and I want it to be really random. Put your finger on the back so nobody else can see. Yeah, like you're gonna open up and get a peek. Open, just look at me and open it somewhere in the middle, anywhere you want. Open it random and look at one person. Go. You got it? Fair?
Yeah.
Close the book. Throw it over your shoulder. Gone. Rob, people watch the Super Bowl, #1 rated sport and thing in the world because of that moment where you don't know what's going to happen in the game. So imagine this. You flip the coin heads. They dump Gatorade. Which quarter is going to have the pivotal play? Right? Most people say fourth quarter. Some people say first, second, third. It's up to you. Which quarter? You're predicting this. You saw it in advance. Which quarter are you saying is going to be just a key play? Say it. Which quarter do you think?
Third quarter.
Third quarter? How much time is on that clock? They're going to show this in highlight reels for years to come. Tell us to the minute how much time is on that clock.
2 minutes and 9 seconds.
Straight up, bro. Did I tell you to say that, or could you have thought of anything?
I could have thought of anything.
Be for real. Here's why everyone loves live sports, Kay.
Okay.
You never know what's going to happen. You
What
flip
is
the coin. You flip the coin.
Yes.
And you said it was going to be heads,
Yeah, I did.
everybody.
Yes.
And then we're going to dump blue Gatorade.
Blue's
on
the
that
weirdest
coach.
Gatorade color ever.
And do you
How
know
did
the
you think
moment?
that?
The best moment is going to be a Patrick Mahomes moment. It's going to be third quarter with 2:09 left.
What about Brock
and
Purdy?
Tell us right now, every player that's ever played in the NFL, you thought of one. Who did you pick? Say it.
Joe Montana.
Folks, say hello to Joe Montana.
Wow.
That is not enough applause for what you just saw out there.
Louder,
I did not
everyone.
hear you,
Give it
FanDuel.
applause. Louder. Lisa, clap.
O's.
Your assistant literally just dropped her coffee. That's how crazy it just got,
O's, but
folks.
how? But can you tell us how?
Not as good for my job security if I tell you how. That's not nearly.
So when you go into these locker
casinos, they don't let me in. Mandalay Bay has already kicked me out twice.
Gronk has 4 Super Bowl championships, over a decade, all of that. You go into the Bengals or wherever you go. Where else were you? Ravens? No.
Bengals, Ravens, Bucks, keep looking. Packers, the list goes on and on. Jets, Aaron Rodgers, bunch of stuff.
Are you allowed in any casinos?
You work for them? I don't know. I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
Change my
Gronk's
face
like,
a little.
I'm gonna bring you.
What are you
Let's
doing
go right now.
Casino run.
What are you doing later?
What's your favorite game? Blackjack?
Go blackjack
Who has had
all
the
day.
coolest reaction of any NFL player?
There's been so many good ones. I got to tell you, Joe Burrow was really up there because if you haven't seen it, look it up later, man. I tell Joe Burrow, think of everybody. Get all your tight ends, all your wide receivers. Stand up. I have not met this man. I have not spoken to him a word in my life. He's a little bit media shy. I get in that room, and I not only guess once, twice, but 3 times what play he's going to play. And he was just shook up. It was great. I think that reaction was...
And it was like a fake was the last one.
It was a fake. Tried to fake me out with Jamar Chase.
And it was the creative. So are you who's
I've been offered a lot of defensive coordinator positions.
Who's a harder read, Aaron Rodgers or Joe Burrow?
I would have said Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Aaron Rodgers, yeah. Sat in the back of the room, wanted nothing to do with me. I had to entice him in. I had to rope him in.
Interesting. Now, do you know that you have the FanDuel brand when you're repping it? Gronk and I work with FanDuel, but you're like public enemy #1.
Why is that?
Do you realize this?
I'll take some bets. Let's
yeah, why is that?
Because you did a prediction.
That's true.
On the score of the game, and I believe it was
31-21 on Sunday night.
And then there was a meme that went viral, and everybody and their mom and dad and uncle are betting on it on FanDuel Sportsbook. It is the biggest liability for FanDuel because if it hits, it's the most money that FanDuel
When it hits on Monday, you will see me on every newspaper in the world.
Gosh. Yeah, you're no good for
Nicole Hardman called it, too.
That's not good, right? This isn't good. He's not good for the brand.
He's not good for the brand.
No.
That's more bets.
I got to throw you. All right, that's more bets. I like the way he's going. That's more bets. Right.
It's just a rake.
Yes.
Baker!
Really, man. This is
I want
impressive,
you to read
bro.
Baker.
I
Hi, Baker!
can sit next to you all day long.
Baker's here.
And just watch you do what you got to do.
That's
How are you? Good to
What's
see you.
up, baby?
Here we go. This is O's the Mentalist.
Yes.
O's, how you doing, Baker? Pleasure.
All right. Am I ever playing football ever again?
For sure.
For sure?
I think so.
Well, backyard football or NFL football?
NFL, I don't know. You coming back?
Yeah.
You coming out of retirement?
Flag football. You can't say yeah. I mean, I'm always going to throw the ball in the backyard.
I know.
But am I ever going to play in the NFL again?
That look, I think we might have a Gronk return, folks.
Oh, shit!
That's psychic.
Come on. Oh, man. It's a no?
Yeah.
We'll see in 2 years, you're going to get that itch.
Okay, Gronk, we'll see you, I guess. Are you staying or what are you doing?
I'm not sure.
I'll come back.
Gronk
I'll come
is
back.
staying.
We'll get more going.
Listen, we need you to do something to this guy.
This guy?
What can you, we got something for Baker? Oh,
Get
Baker,
down here.
yeah,
He's
let's
out
go.
all night, too.
We've got quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield here.
This is not what I signed up for.
This is not me. I didn't know either. I thought I was going backstage, freaked out. Bert.
I want you to guess the first name of the child.
Baker. Do you have your phone?
I do.
Grab your phone.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
And do.
That's so scary.
This guy just cleared his browser history. Do me a favor. Do you have service out here?
He deleted it all.
Everything. Go to, what should we go to? Go to your contacts. But hold it like this so I'm not being sneaky or looking. You know what? There's cameras. Good point. This man's smart. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is a pressure environment. QB's looking everywhere. You don't win a Heisman for nothing, folks. He's looking eyes in the back of his head.
Oh,
Baker,
killing it.
go to your contacts and make sure I can't see you. Start scrolling. Be for real. Have you and I ever spoken a word in our life?
No.
A word?
No.
All right, now I'm going to agree with you. There's a camera there, there's a camera there, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to tip this down. There's no camera underneath you. Look underneath, Baker. Is it scrolling?
Yep.
Is it, look, I want you guys to see. It's a very popular man. Is it scrolling?
You're about to be.
Like 5,000 contacts.
This guy very popular. You're going to scroll, but don't look. So go, take your finger, make sure it's moving, and whenever you want.
You're looking.
Oh, I'm not looking. You take it. Start scrolling up and down. Go.
Leave.
And whenever you want, say, I'm done.
All right, I'm done.
Bring it to your chest. Make sure there's no way anyone can see around you. Gronk, I'm getting in a little too tight for you, even though you're going to be back in the NFL soon.
Yes. I'm a snuggly bear.
All right, imagine you just got the ball, you look up. You're going to have a list of names in front of you. How many do you think are on a page? You got small font? I didn't see. Or big font? I don't know.
Probably 15 on there.
All right, do this. Look at the list. Did it time out? You may have been talking for a while.
It did.
Look at the list and look at the top, the name at the top, wherever it landed.
Yep.
Do you know this person?
I do.
100% it's a guy. Am I right?
Yeah.
If it's a woman, he would have smiled more. Always the case. Always. Can't resist. I always pause. Is it a first name and last name?
It is.
It is? Okay. Let's see what I can do. Do I have a marker? I think I gave Bert Kreischer my marker. We'll figure it out.
Don't let him get you.
Think of his first name.
Okay.
And Baker, count the letters in the first name just to yourself. Do you see him nod? Okay.
Yes, I saw that a little bit, yeah.
At a poker
Very
table,
subtle.
the best poker players in the world, you know what they do? They watch people over and over and over, and they can tell the difference between pocket aces and a 2-4 because the reaction. You reacted too fast. The name is short. If that name was Alexander, you would have struggled. You counted this quick. It's either 4 or 5 letters, and it's 4 letters, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. All right, hide the phone. Put the phone away.
You guys did not tell me this was happening.
Baker, I didn't know it was going to happen. I would have protected you
Sabotage.
better.
Yeah, you're not
I'm
an
sorry.
offensive tackle.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, I'm
Can we
sorry.
zoom in? I don't know which camera.
You
Robo
didn't
cam. Close your
protect
eyes.
his
Close your
blind
eyes.
side.
Can we get one? I didn't know that
Okay,
we got.
got
I didn't
it.
even know what was going on set, so I didn't bring a bigger marker.
Okay.
Open your eyes. Haven't talked to this guy in a little while. I don't think, not a football player, is he?
Used to be.
Used to be, but not anymore.
Yeah.
What's this guy's, you know what? Think of his last name too.
Okay.
What the heck?
Your whole phone, Baker. You scrolled everywhere.
Yeah.
Tell us all, what's the guy's first name?
Zach.
Zach what?
Davies.
Zach Davies.
What the hell?
What?
Wow.
Oh, so how did
I
you do
played
it?
high school football with him.
That doesn't make any sense. All right, Oz, we love you. You're going to go work the crowd.
Yeah,
You're
we will
with
be
Up
back.
Adams.
We'll be back.
We're so glad to have you back. Oz, the mental.
Baker,
I
look at me.
know I couldn't have protected
Think of your
you.
ATM pin code and social. I'm totally kidding. This guy's like, get out of my head. All right, gang.
Thank you,
Wait,
Oz. Woo, let's hear it for
Pleasure.
Oz.
See Joe Montana say hello for me.
I will.
Sweetheart of
It's
a man.
absolutely insane.
Take care, guys. See you in a bit.
Hell of a season for you. Hi, Baker.
Thank you. Hello.
Happy
What?
Super Bowl.
Whew.
The phone thing's always sketchy.
I don't-
they're like,
I don't
yeah,
like that at all.
I don't like that at all. I'm
No.
so sorry. You're here. It's great to see you. We just had
see you guys.
Derek Brooks,
Yeah.
comedian Bert Kreischer. They're like, max contract, let's effing go. For Baker, how are you feeling after this year?
I feel good. You know, little recovery time now, as you know. and
Yeah.
But it was a fun season. Like, just a great group of guys, and just enjoyed it. We really did.
You didn't talk a lot. Was it hard for you at any point?
No.
Come on.
We had
like to speak your mind. I've given you a lot of credit for. You like to speak your mind, and it has to be a big discipline mentally to not do that. Like,
Yeah.
was it difficult?
Well, I think when I was speaking my mind in prior situations, it was a lot of negativity. Now, in Tampa, when I got there, it was a lot of positivity. So it's different circumstances. It wasn't like I was refraining from saying anything. But there's definitely been lessons learned along the way of when to say things publicly and when to say it behind closed doors. But it was a great place.
You know, it's the shadow of Brady that you walked into, and you did it seamlessly and beautifully. Something you can speak to. You guys win a Super Bowl, everything sort of leaves. The cultures may be similar, but it's incredible to see what Baker's done. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah, it is definitely incredible what you did. I mean, how you bouncing around, going to a couple teams the prior years before, then you landed in Tampa in that situation as well. They were salary cap strapped. They got you for a great deal, and you kind of had to prove yourself. And you came in this year and you proved yourself and had the best year. And you did it at a place in Tampa where, you know, they didn't know what direction they were going in. And I feel like you put them and kept them on that map, you know, in the right direction as well. And I mean, I'm sure they're going to do good for you in the future, you know, coming up. I mean, which they should, deservedly. And just overall, man, it was great to see that success. I love Tampa. I love that organization there. You know, all the guys in the front office, Jason Light, all the players that play there as well. I mean, they have a great team, and they got a great core of guys as well in Tampa that were there before I even got there, and then that were there, won the Super Bowl with, that are still there as well. And they're winners, and they want to work hard, and they're always going to be, you know, up there in the playoffs and contending for a championship.
But
I would say.
what was different about Tampa for you than other places, or what was different about you in Tampa that made it so such a good match?
I think some of the things Gronk alluded to, like the people in the front office. There's a lot of people that don't get the recognition or credibility behind the scenes that really make a lot of decisions and personnel-wise, and just that make things go day to day. That a lot of special people there, and it made it so seamless just to go in, and it's all about winning. How can we help the guys win? How can we put them in the best position to do that? And that's where you see the greatest organizations and the people that have sustained success. They don't have the extra BS they have to navigate through. It's just how can we put these guys in a good position to win?
You have this like knowing smile about you that you've had all year. What is that? Like you just feel, I think you feel like you fit.
Yeah, and where I'm at in life right now is a lot of things have gone on the past couple of years, and now it's a lot of good things happening at once. About to be a dad.
I know,
and so
congratulations.
just a lot of things. It, you know, had a 1-year contract, a prove-it deal that I knew going into it. It was like, all right, I'm gonna do everything I can to set us up for the future, but just enjoy it along the way too. You know, just finding a way to have fun playing football again, and they made it easy.
I love that. Now, you're weighing your options because you are a free agent. We want you back in Tampa, but you're going to hopefully be the belle of the ball, and you're going to get wined and dined. And, you know, people are going to be sending you gifts and stuff to come hang out at their facility for your future. What are you weighing? What's, like, most important to you, especially now you are going to be a dad?
Yeah.
Your priorities are changing. You're growing up.
I want to win. Obviously, money's important. Like, if you say otherwise, that's not true, but I want to win. I want to be able to enjoy it. I want to have a chance to play for a Super Bowl and not be doing media row like this, and just being a good organization. That's kind of what I weighed last year going into free agency as well. Being in a good spot to have success and just weigh those options.
How does Mike Evans weigh into your options, your math at all? Because he's a free agent too. Hell yeah! Tell me about that.
Absolute
well, if
beast.
he's a free agent, so is Baker. You two talking about this?
We both have to do what's best for ourselves, but yeah, I would. If I'm back in Tampa, I would love to have Mike back, and the guy deserves to be a Buck for life.
You love him.
Yeah, Mike Evans definitely deserves to be a Buck for life. And he's not just one of the best wide receivers, underrated wide receivers, one of the best underrated, but he's also one of the best guys out there as well. He does so much for the community and for charities in the city of Tampa without even putting his name on it. He just does it under the low, and it's just so great. He's just a great guy just overall.
I wish he'd be a little more obnoxious. Like, I wish he would take a victory
That's
lap.
just not who he is, though.
But I would just, he deserves it, though. So we have to keep talking about him because he just will never put himself out there to be talked about for all the insanely amazing things he does in the community. And by the way, this is the first season of Mike Evans' 10-year career that he had led the league in touchdowns. He had his most yards since 2018. So you and him clearly have a little chemistry.
When did that
That's
connection
amazing.
start, would you say, with Mike? Was it OTAs? When did you get to
a little
Tampa,
bit?
right?
So
you were there for
I was
OTAs.
there for the whole OTAs. He showed up for mini camp. And I didn't realize how fast he is, because he's a big dude, but I didn't realize how fast he was. So there was a couple go balls early on that I was underthrowing, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to let this thing go. But just the constant communication as the year went on, and I think he loved the system that we were in and got comfortable with it, and so we got to move him around a little bit instead of just letting teams play the safety over the top every time. So he got used to it, and we just got more comfortable as the year went on.
I love that. You're partnered with Advanced Auto Parts, spreading awareness that false starts kill drives. What do you guys have in store for this week?
Yeah, so National Car Battery Day is actually next Sunday. So this Super Bowl Sunday is a big day, but February 18th is a big day. So if there is one false start during the game and you register for a chance to win at aapfalsestarts.com, you can get free car batteries for life. Not your car life, but for your life. So you got to enter for a chance to win, but that's only if there's one false start. And I think we both know that false starts are pretty annoying. So you don't want your car battery dead. You don't want any of that. Just trying to stay ahead of the game.
You sound like a dad, Baker. You sound like a dad. Are you ready to be a dad?
Yeah.
I live, me and Baker kind of live near each other
Oh, really?
in Tampa. We're not going to say where, but we're kind of neighbors. So if my car battery ever dies, I'm going to find his house. I'm going to be knocking on your door for that.
We'll find somebody to change it, because I don't know if I'll be the one to.
No, you're going to change
The
it.
whole
You gotta
point,
know how to change
Gronk,
it
the
as
whole
well.
point of the sponsorship is that your car's never going to run out of its battery.
I don't have
because
his company's
Advanced
battery. I don't
Auto
have the
Parts.
Advanced Auto Parts battery.
Well, here,
so I'm
here
gonna get the
I am
Advanced Auto
offering you a
Parts battery.
chance. Here I am offering you a chance to
All
have
right,
that.
I'm coming over then. I'm switching out my car battery.
Yes, it's a good reminder for everybody out there. Quickly before you go, your OC, Panthers now. What are they getting?
He truly is the most positive guy I've ever met. And at first, I was like, there's got to be something buried in the closet.
He's too nice.
He's too nice. So, and I have sort of a pessimistic approach. You try and, as a quarterback, you try and poke holes to the game plan and do all that. And it was just a nice balance. Like he's, even if we'd lose on a Sunday, you come in Monday morning, like, guys, what an opportunity we got coming up. Backs against the wall. We have to improve, but we get to do it together. And it's just like that approach is so rare in football. And I had never been around anything like it. And I think for the guys that, you know, had been around a pretty stressful environment, it was new and refreshing for them.
I'm pretty cynical and negative. I also would not want to give somebody my phone. Like I'm very much built like you are, tearing things apart, looking at. He helped you be optimistic. What else helped you get to the place that you are right now? Which
just all the stuff I've gone through in my career, the ups and downs, and the cliche saying of control what you can control. Trying to truly have that approach each day and saying, all right, we got a new opportunity today, new opportunity this year, this week, whatever it may be, and take advantage of it.
It's amazing. Okay, we love what you're doing with Advanced Auto Parts. Your battery will not die. Is he going to make this freaking kick as you bring in Steve Young? Is he going to make this kick on Sunday?
I think so.
Yeah. He hasn't slept all night. He said now he's going to start drinking. Now, then he has Gronk Beach on Saturday, Baker.
Well, Jules and Doler are showing up, so there's no telling what's going on
Let's welcome
there.
in. I'll go grab Steve Young and bring him to the party.
Yeah, you're right. When Jules and Dola show up, you don't know what's going to happen. I might not even be there for the
kick.
I ran into Dola at the airport, so.
We've met many times.
I love him. I love him. Maniac.
He is.
Dude, and those little guys, they can recover like no other, man. On the football
But I'd bring Steve Young to hang out with us.
Oh, man.
Absolute legend, one of the Bay's best.
Baker,
He doesn't need an introduction. He just casually shows up here. We're going to say bye to Baker. Baker's got to go?
I'm out of here.
What?
Baker,
What is this?
appreciate you. Yep.
Oh, two lefty quarterbacks. I'm a lefty too.
No,
It's your
no,
southpaw.
I
No,
swing
kidding.
left-handed.
No, that's what I meant. I'm joking.
Good to
Bye.
see you.
Bye, Baker.
Absolutely.
Congrats on everything. All right, get over here, Steve Young.
Right, too.
You're in the right spot now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Are you bouncing?
my water?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Are you ready for this?
Sure, but this is my
do I have cards at all? Or?
Reason, so.
I know, but I love your style, your
Where?
spirit of it.
Appreciate that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Most people, you know.
Man, why is it whenever I'm in interviews or sitting down, I get like a million messages?
I appreciate that.
But you get a million messages all the time.
No, not all the time.
Get some pieces back.
We should slate maybe because.
Settle in there, make a career.
Can we slate?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think we should.
Hard to do, bro.
It is.
Way to go. I
Appreciate
started
it.
there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We've got one of the Bay's best. This man needs no introduction. Steve Young sitting with us as Gronk has a granola bar. Steve, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Good. I mean, I'm sitting next to a three-time Super Bowl champion, two-time MVP.
What I could have been with Gronk, man. I'm just thinking to myself.
What would your stats be if I was your tight end?
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. If I played today with they can't patrol the middle of the field, we would just, they can't cover you. It'd be amazing. But back in the day, the middle of the field was a little bit scarier.
It was. Especially in the Chuck Cecil era.
Right.
Was he in that era
Yes,
with you?
yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't run up the middle or go through the middle if you're a wide receiver or tight end. I mean, you're getting laid out no matter what, and they would let you know every single time.
And I don't know if they did a nice job now of really off the line of scrimmage. It feels like in the old days, they would just hands-on pull you down, and now it's just free release.
Well, they did that to me one of my years. They were basically doing it to me every game, and that's what triggered me to give Trey White that elbow drop.
Oh, is that,
they were
yeah.
like, "Why'd you do that?" I was like, "Because I was getting grabbed off the line."
Yeah, you still get crushed for that.
Yeah, I still get crushed for that, but it's okay.
Why do you?
I apologize for that.
Why does he get crushed? They feel like
Just
you
Bills
picking on him?
fans.
No, Bills fans. Yeah, well, because I elbow dropped him right after the whistle was called.
But you apologized to
I
him.
did apologize. I knew I did wrong, but like right in that heated moment, I just got triggered because I was getting held and held and held, and then he intercepted the ball because he was holding me and getting closer. And then also I was trying to get my incentives as well because I had an incentive-based contract and I was trying to get yards. So then I got pissed and then I elbow dropped him and got suspended the game.
But you're just defending yourself.
Exactly.
Did he accept your apology?
Steve. I don't think so.
I feel like we need a defensive player if we really want to have this conversation to make it fair. But Steve, let's talk about this game. I'm sure you have a lot of thoughts on it. We noticed something. You were with Lil Wayne before the Packers game.
Yep.
I believe you were with Eminem before the Lions game. Are you hanging out with Kansas City's musician Taylor Swift before this year's game so you can keep this
They're
going?
making a big thing of it because I hung out with both of them and they end up losing.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
And at the time they were winning. So when I walked in and met them, they were winning, and then when we walked out, they lost. So I
You're
think
the
there's
key to
some
the
49er
game,
fans
Steve.
that are hoping that I go see Taylor Swift at some point when the Chiefs have the lead and see if we can keep it going.
I mean, I'm sure you'd love to meet Taylor Swift, or at least Tech Nine, or whoever else Kansas City has. Maybe you can just hang out with Paul Rudd and they'll still lose to your Niners. You were set to address the team. I don't know if you did that yet. I know Joe
did.
Montana. Okay, tell me the vibe. What is this team made of going into this game?
This team is tough-minded. You saw them in the comeback. They're down 24-7 at halftime at home, #1 seed. Something happens to you when that happens. It's like an existential threat to your soul, and it kind of tears at it. And so to come back and win, you're stronger. You can't help it, and you're stronger minded. It's like we can take anything now. What else can go wrong than going in 24/7 at halftime and we figure it out? So I think this is a team they're not going to be. A lot of Super Bowl teams have shown up a little overwrought, not ready. Big moment. This is not that team. Now, I know the Chiefs as well, probably the same way, but the 49ers are kind of, in a way, the last couple of weeks in the playoffs battle-tested because of what they've had to go through.
What was your message to the team?
That you don't win Super Bowls. You take them from bloody hands.
Whoa, that's a great message.
But that's what it is.
The truth. That's the truth.
Because it's the desperation and the and the lives that are changing minute by minute. You know that your life's going to change one way or another in the next 60 minutes. And so when you're there and you're not used to it, you can kind of miss the moment and go, wait, what happened? But if you're ahead of it and recognize that nobody is going to let this just happen, you're going to have to grab it and take it away. And so in that way, wanted them to start preparing for that now, not waiting for the weekend. You guys did a great job in the Patriots for years. They showed up prepared, ready, studied their stuff, memorized, didn't go out too much most of the time.
Just in the off season only.
Yeah.
And maybe a Thursday night.
Right. But in the end, that was the message.
Got it. Brock Purdy, I'd love your thoughts ahead of this game on him. He's being ripped apart. Lots of people like to. He's very polarizing for some reason. People can't get on board with Mr.
Well, he's polarizing because today's prototype is Patrick Mahomes. Josh Allen, big, strong, run all over the field, Superman. Put on the cape, end of the game, do something spectacular. And Brock's told you last week at the end of the game, in the media, he says, I'm not the strongest, I'm not the biggest, I'm not the fastest. So it's not prototype. And so in that way, then you add that he was drafted the last spot in the draft. So it's like this thing. People just don't know how to take it in. And what you have to just do is wipe all that out and just watch him play. And once you watch him play, he does it in his own Brock way. I always said, let Brock cook, because he understands the game intuitively. I always said he has the Force. Like, if you think of Star Wars, you can't explain it, but he has the Force, and he's just, like this game, I don't want to say it's just another game to him, but his mindset is, give me a play, I'm Indiana Jones, I'll go find the treasure in 2 seconds, and give me another play, and I'll do the same thing over and over again. He's just very set in his ways in that way. He doesn't get over emotional, he's not going to overreact. He's an amazing guy.
Is the Force strong enough in this one to break your 6 touchdown record?
I always said, if you want to throw 6 touchdowns in a Super Bowl, go for 8. That was what our coach told me before the game. He said, we're going to throw 8. I thought he was insane. Mike Shanahan said that. So I guess we should say, look, he's going to go for 9.
There we go.
And go see if he can get 7 or something.
Would you like to see your record broken? No way.
Well, I think you have to, being mentally healthy is to cheer people on and to see people get, every generation should get better.
Yeah.
Tom and Peyton, in many ways, built off of what they'd seen before from the previous generation. I built off watching, Roger Staubach and Terry Bradshaw. So it's like, you take the previous generation, you should extend. You should break a record. So like, oh no, don't break my record. I kind of think that we should say, yeah, we hope. You think I'm lying?
I don't think that record's ever going to be broken. Yes, that's a record that's going to stand still.
So
for
Steve's
quite
saying
some
that
time.
from a place of security.
Yes. Like if I had to put all my money on it being broken, I'd put it against that it wouldn't be broken.
But Gronk, I would say this, and it's funny. Mike Shanahan said 8. You're going to throw 8 touchdowns. I thought it was ridiculous. Then at halftime he said we had 4. He goes, we're halfway. Then we had 6 at the beginning of the fourth quarter, but the game was over, so he came out, and he was so upset. He's like, no. Go back because there's 2 more. So in his mind, that was the way he thought about the game. And that's why in some ways we take it from bloody hands. You have to have that mindset. These guys had it for 20 years. We had it for 20 years before them.
But it's a balance of being a complete maniac and having that mindset, and then also being mentally healthy, that it's not your entire identity, a record, a win, or anything.
I think that's right.
Steve, you were here with Dove's first of its kind program, Body Confident Sport. What are you doing with them?
Okay, so this fall, my girls in California is the first year in history that girls could play flag football.
It's amazing.
And so at our school, the coach said, hey, do you mind coming by? I said, sure, I'll come by, and maybe we work with the quarterbacks, you know? We go by the first day, they've got 35 girls, and they thought there was gonna be 15. They didn't know what to do. The girls were all there, they didn't know anything about football. So they took 4 or 5 girls, thought that they could play quarterback, and they said to me, how do you hold the football? And I'm like, well, you know, how do you throw it? How does your arm move? How do you, and so the girls were very excited that they were included, and they were very excited to learn the game, and by the end of the season, they were all saying this is my favorite sport I've ever played. And we had older women, 80-year-old women, 4 of them at a games that would say, hey, what are you doing here? They're like, well, we dreamed when we were younger that we'd be able to play football, and now we get to see girls play it. So Body Confident Sport is Dove's effort, and that's why I'm really behind it with my girls, is the effort.
I'm actually doing a promo with Dove as well, too. It's coming out.
To play girls, 50% of girls don't play sports after 14 because of how they feel about their body. So the idea is like, give them coaches the tools to help girls feel confident about their selves, so then go play these sports that are now opening up. Flag football, girls flag football is now in the Olympics, 2028. It's gonna take over dance, it's gonna take over volleyball, it's gonna take over, you know, soccer. Flag football will dominate the girls' sports landscape in the next few years.
Yeah, the NFL certainly knows that as well. I'm excited to see, what commercial aren't you in, Gronk? We're going to take a short break.
Yeah, right. Who aren't you?
I know, you're literally every other commercial is Gronk. I don't know how your time management works, but Steve Young, we appreciate your time.
Thank you. It's wonderful
and you, of
to be
course,
here.
think the Niners are going to win, right?
How could, I mean, they're battle tested, they're ready.
All right, they're ready. We'll be right back after this with Max Crosby. Thanks, Steve.
He's the best, bro.
Yeah,
all right, let's welcome in one of the fiercest, we're live now, guys, the fiercest competitors and most dominant defensive players in the entire NFL. And most importantly, a Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee for the Las Vegas Raiders, finalist for Defensive Player of the Year as well, and host of the Rush podcast, Max Crosby. Welcome to your hometown Vegas, or at least where you play.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being here. Tell us about the vibe of the city, how it feels different, maybe welcoming 58 to town.
It's been incredible. I know, obviously we wish we were playing right now. It sucks having the Chiefs and the Niners in our stadium. It's unfortunate, but I mean, it's more motivation.
seeing how the city's responded. It's like the airport's jam-packed, everywhere you go is jam-packed, but at the end of the day, it's been fun, just being around everybody.
We want to ask you how you're feeling, of course. 2 surgeries, what do we got?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, the knee is doing a lot better. Been rehabbing for weeks now, and same with the thumb. So it's just a process. I mean, I've had it before. I've had 5 surgeries in 5 years. I know Gronk has had a ton of surgeries. It's just, you're going to the off season, you got to get fixed up, and then, the road is a little bit different, with the rehab, the whole rehab deal. But
flexing right
figure
there.
It out. Yeah,
in the hospital.
Yeah, in the hospital. So, it's part of the game. It's all good.
With all those tattoos now, Gronk and I don't have a single tattoo.
Yeah.
What would FanDuel have to pay you to get a FanDuel logo tattooed on you?
Oh man.
What's the cost? Like $5 million or less? $2 million. If I said $2 million.
And it's going to be permanently there forever?
I mean, you can laser removal. Let's say you have to keep it for 5 years.
For 5 years?
For 2 mil?
I would say, nah, not 2 mil, man.
More than 2 million? You're so rich, Gronk. Oh my God, you would say no for 2 million?
Yeah.
10 million?
Where would I have to put it
You
as
could hide
well?
it, though.
I don't know, but that's...
Yeah, I get to hide it as well. You're right. And how big is it going to be?
I'd be like, can I get free, like...
It's going to be small. Yeah, I'll take 2 million then. Like, it's going to be like on my back, lower back, always be it in. Then. Yeah.
Max, you're going to be recognized at NFL Honors as a Walter Payton Man of the Year because of your work that you do. You're very inspiring. What does that award and that nomination mean to you?
It means a lot. I live off of, giving with, no intent to receive. So, it always comes back in the end. So for me, everything I do is genuine, is from the heart. And I want to give back. I'm in this position, and I've had to work for everything I've, gotten in my life. So having the opportunity to be, a leader, not only in my locker room, but on, off the field as well, is something I take a lot of pride in. So, it's incredible for sure.
You obviously are up for finalists for Defensive Player of the Year. We'll see you at NFL Honors, hopefully. This season, you had a career high in sacks with you had 14 and a half of those things. Holy shit. 90 combined tackles, league best 23 tackles for loss, and you did this during an up and down season where you're dealing with injuries. What kept you motivated, and what is the flip that switches that turns you into this psycho out there?
It's the preparation. I do it all year round. I train all year round. It doesn't stop for me. Second, the last game happened, I'm still meal prepping every single day. I'm, doing my rehab routine, my stretching every night. So it's every day for me. He played with Tom Brady, one of the greatest ever. I work with Alex, and I know you work with Alex as well. And it doesn't stop. And he's still, I'm getting 4 or 5 massages a week as well with him, and just staying dialed all the time because I know if I play 15 years in the league, I'll be 36 when I retire, which is still super young. So for me, I know the window is not huge, and I want to fully maximize my career. I want to be a Hall of Fame guy like Gronk one day. I want to be one of the best to ever do it. So every day I show up, it's with an intent to get better and separate myself from everybody else.
Are you loud in the locker room? Are you a motivating guy? Or are you like, I'm going to set the example by what I do, which is 24/7?
Yeah, I'm not like a big hoorah guy all the time. I mean, when it's necessary, there's certain people that need to be held accountable. I definitely, I'm that guy. But for me, it's about example. Every day I show up, I show them, listen, I've had a lot of success in my career. And if I can do this every morning, wake up at 6 a.m. in the off seasons, y'all have no excuse. So that's what I try to put pressure on the young guys and even the older guys. Listen, you've had, even if you've had success and had a great career, there's always another level you can tap into. That's what motivates me every day. I know I can still be a lot better, and I just try to show that to my guys. Listen, no matter what money or success or whatever has come your way, this is the greatest job in the world. We get to show up and play football and have a chance to better ourselves every day. So that's what I tell the young guys. Once you make it to the league, it's not like you made it. It's this is the start. And that's what's been my mentality since I got here.
Yeah, man, that's a great point. Everything you're saying, man, I love, and it's all true what you're saying, too, how you got to take care of your body every single day. You're getting massages by Alex. It's not like you can get one massage and then you're like, oh, I'm healthy now. You got to do it on consistent basis, and you're going to come back stronger than ever because you seem like a guy that you're going to put the work in and day out. And I actually have a Max Crosby story of welcome, to the Max Crosby era, actually. It was a little bit before he was well known. It was when we played you, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I remember. It was COVID and Allegiant.
Yeah, COVID. We're in Allegiant Stadium, 0 fans at all. And Carl, the other defensive end, kind of blew me up on a play. and I was kind of mad a little bit. So then there was a little wham play where I start outside as a wide receiver. I come in motion, and I kind of tee off on the defensive end. And I thought it was you that blew me up, and I was like, all right, I got to pay this guy back.
Yeah.
So I go, and I have a clean shot on you, brother. Like, I forgot what that block is called, where I come back as a wide receiver, and you're just focusing on the quarterback, so you're not really seeing me.
Yeah.
And I have a clean shot, and I was feeling good. And I went, it was hiked, and boom, I put my shoulder down and gave you that clean shot. You didn't even see me coming. I hit you. I hit Max, and I was like, whoa. Usually any other defensive end, I lay him out. I get at least send him about 3-4 yards.
Not Max.
And he freaking rang my bell and
Max
didn't
with
even
two
see me
X's,
coming.
yeah.
I was like, who is this guy? And then from there on out, I was like, that guy's gonna be a beast. After we played that game, I was like, I didn't know of you before the game, and then after the game, I was like, that guy is gonna make a name for himself.
What do you
and now
remember?
Here you are, bro.
I appreciate it, brother.
Do you remember that? What do you remember?
I do, 100%. I remember when, even going to play, like I saw Brady walk in the field before the game, and I'm like, this is crazy, because I was like the first guy out there. I'm like, this is wild. You know what I mean? It was my second year in the league.
No fans. It's eerie.
No fans.
Weird.
It's super quiet, and I seen Brady, and then obviously you signed with Tampa, and like as a kid, like I grew up. I know it makes you sound like you're old, but like as a kid, like I watched y'all play the Steelers and Ravens. Like that gave me motivation. That's the type of football I love and like grew up on. So just being out there with guys like that early on in my career was like, damn, like I want to be like in that position one day.
And he's talking about playing till he's 36 years old. I'm only 34 years old right now. So.
Yeah.
Well, O's the Mentalist said that you were going to come back. You're here with Invisalign. I want to get to this.
Yes.
So you're partnered with them. How did you get involved with them? They've been sort of changing smiles around the league.
Yeah, no doubt. I think they have over 400 guys in the league now. So I never had braces growing up, anything like that. And so for me, they came to me with an opportunity, and I want to get my, my smile on point. So yeah, it was a no-brainer for me.
Was it hard? Was it like, it's because you like consistency, so you just have to be consistent with it, and it works.
100%. I'm a routine guy. I do everything at the same time every single day. So yeah, it just added to my routine. It's a little bit different, but it's all good.
You sleep with the Invisalign in?
It's like you have them in 22 hours, out of 24.
I think
so
you take it out to eat and then put it back in.
That's literally it. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Do you have braces?
No, I never had braces.
Those are your just real beautiful teeth?
Yes.
Gronk, really?
Actually, I got a confession. I grinded all my teeth down, and I kept going to the dentist, and they're like, your teeth are so grinded down, you should get what's it called, veneers.
Yeah.
So then I go in, and then they start cutting me up, shaving down my teeth a little bit. I got like about half of my teeth are veneers now, but I didn't really want the veneers. I loved my natural teeth, but they were kind of so grinded down just from playing football, grinding my teeth.
I love that you felt like you had to tell the truth about this right now.
I know, because you're bragging about my teeth.
Well, they're beautiful.
Now. Yes, because they're veneers, and then you can make them nice and white and everything and make them look good. But I did love my natural teeth. I miss them, but the veneers, they're legit and they're strong as well. And Invisalign, that's fantastic too, but I went the veneers way.
400 players getting that. Not a lot of people grew up with braces. That's amazing. I want to get out my bottom teeth. I never had any of that. We have O's back. O's the Mentalist, joining us with Max Crosby, who's here with Invisalign. Now, Max, do you know O's the Mentalist?
Pearly whites.
He's you got to really watch him.
We exchanged 2 words backstage.
Okay, let's do it.
And I said, hometown boy, right? Vegas.
Yeah.
This is an easy flight
Max
for you.
is skeptical. He's sus.
Oh yeah, he's reading my
Super
mind.
Bowl. I know. He's like, get out of my head, get out of my phone. He's like, stay away from me. If I ask you to pick a football player, everyone's been doing that. So I'm switching gears. I'm gonna switch gears on you because everything is football. This is Super Bowl.
Okay.
I want you to imagine that you got a 6 suite. You're at Allegiant Stadium, okay? And you're probably in there with some guys you play ball with, some celebrities, and suddenly the key here is I don't want you to pick somebody you've met before. Because then, what if I've looked on your social? Somebody walks in the room, and you turn around, you cannot believe who just walked in the room. You never met this person. Picked random. Agreed?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Max.
I want to make sure this is somebody famous. There is no way anybody here could possibly know, and you've never met this person before. True story?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Gronk, I don't mean to bump you, but this is where it gets good. I've got, moving up here, check this out, Kate. Piece of paper.
Okay, yes.
Headshot. Imagine this person's face. Eyes, ears, nose. All right, I'm starting with the hair. Max, before you walked in here 2 minutes ago, you ever spoken a word to me in your life before you got here? Did you know what I was going to do? Any of this?
I mean, we had a slight conversation backstage.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, before that.
No,
you
never.
have no idea. You're thinking a football player. I'm going to go here. Do you like this person?
What is happening?
I don't know this person.
You don't know this person. All right, I'm going there. I'm going there. I'm going there. I think you're excited. I'm done. I'm done. I think it's a guy. Is it a guy?
Yeah.
Gronk. He's picturing somebody. You didn't write this. You didn't Nothing. Tell us all. Who did you imagine walking into your suite, turn around being like, can't believe who's in the room with me? Say it. What's this guy's name?
Barack Obama.
The president.
Yeah.
Say hello, everybody, to Barack. Oh, Obama.
That's insane.
Max, how did he do that?
I don't know.
How?
I don't know.
Dead.
Bring it back, man.
That's insane.
Put that on the fridge.
Oh,
So strange.
Show the wife and daughter.
That
They're
is
going to be
so
freaking
strange.
out.
I don't know.
Keep
That's
that.
insane.
Can you go
Keep
to
that.
the? Can you go with me and Gronk later to have some fun in Vegas?
That's the plan.
I think we could all
Rob's
do
already
very well.
offering me a suitcase full of cash.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Last question for you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for being here. You're bringing the great energy. Where can we see more of you and what you have coming up?
You know, I do a lot of stuff with the NFL. A lot of teams are already itching for next season to do some crazy stuff. All my tour stuff is online. Go to my Instagram. It's at OZ the Mentalist. You'll
I
see
need
all
to
my
know if my
videos.
boyfriend lies to me. Can you figure
Get me
out?
in the room. Get me in the room. I'll look. He'd be crazy to lie to you, Kay. He'd be crazy.
Oh, so we appreciate you. Max Crosby with Invisalign, future Hall of Famer. We're getting there. We're getting healthy. We're making it happen. And Gronk, 4-time Super Bowl champion. We've got a press conference coming up, Kick of Destiny. He's going to make it, right? Is that your...
Ooh. No, I don't know. He might go back to the NFL, but I don't know about the Kick of Destiny this
You
year.
think he's going to miss?
He's saying I'm going to miss.
But if you miss, I'm going to toss blue Gatorade on you. Is that fair, Rob?
That's fair.
All right, all right.
All right, 31-21 Chiefs is what he says. It's the biggest liability we're going to leave here. Oh, we have Trevor Lawrence. I was at Seth Meyers last night. Trevor Lawrence popped up on Zoom, and here it is. We've never met before, but I got to see you play for the first time ever live in London against the Bills. And I just want to say, and I was in those stands with those crazy fans. It was a thing of beauty. That throw to Calvin Ridley, I don't even have to show you it. I know that you know what I'm talking about. Up to 3 minutes left to go. Free hitter coming. One of the best throws I saw all season. Talk me through that throw and that moment.
No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think it was like a 4-minute drive. We were up one score. It was a close game at that point, and there was like 3.5 minutes left, and we had a third down on our own 30 or so. So it's, if we don't get that, we give Josh Allen and the Bills an opportunity to get the ball and take the lead and and then we get the ball with little time left to go, potentially have to go win the game. So if we can convert, we can keep running the clock. We're in 4-minute mode, and then we get to like a 3rd and 3 or 5, and they had all out cover 0 up there, and we checked to a man beater with Calvin and just let him run and just put it up, let him go get it.
It was the most beautiful situation ever. And the Bills, over their last 28 games, only you and only Joe Burrow have thrown for 300 or more yards on them. So it's pretty impressive. Now, of course, that Bills game happened before the knee injury, the ankle. I'm going to say the concussion, the shoulder. I don't even know what else there is because you're a gamer and you probably aren't like sharing everything. You really did fight through every imaginable thing last year. I know you're not going to make excuses, but how much of a factor were those injuries down the stretch?
I would say they were somewhat of a factor, but also, I always say guys are dealing with things every week, so it's never an excuse. It doesn't make you feel any better. You still got to perform every Sunday. So, I hate that the back half of the season didn't go better than it did because we put ourselves in a good position and just didn't take advantage of it. But yeah, it played a little bit of a factor. But at the end of the day, if you put yourself on the field, you got to perform and play your best. And I didn't think I was able to do that towards the end of the season, which is disappointing. But definitely looking forward to getting healthy this offseason, and my body needs it, and it's been good getting to rest a little bit. So I'm feeling a lot better now.
Amazing. I was listening to Peyton Manning over the weekend, of course, Pro Bowl, talking about how amazing you are, what a talent you are, of course, but also this sort of need to protect you as an organization, right? Support you. If you could ask Santa Claus turned Belky for one thing this offseason, what's at the top of the list?
Oh, that's a tough question.
And no Waffle House at the facility,
Yeah.
Trevor.
No, we got a new facility. Got some good cooks over there. We're good. But that's a tough question. I think every year it changes because your team changes. So we're gonna have a lot of free agents this year, and it'll be interesting to see who we sign back, who we get back. Hopefully we can retain a lot of those guys because you want to keep some continuity. But I think it's hard to say before you let the cards fall and see who's coming back and who we're going to get back. But I think it's clear we need to get better. I think every year that is the goal, and clearly the way we finish the season, we need to get better, really in all areas. So I think we're all taking the ownership on ourselves as players just to make those improvements. At the end of the day, I'm not the GM. I'm not the head coach. I don't own the team. You know, I'm the quarterback. So I'm trying to do my part, and I trust them. I trust the people we have in place and them to make decisions for our best interest. And of course, we need to get better. The way the season finished, that's obvious. But I trust them to do their job, and I got a lot of faith in them.
Is it completely compartmentalized? Like you trust them, they trust you, or do they come to you and say, "Hey, big pieces, Calvin Ridley, Josh Allen, they're up. What do you think?"
Yeah, I mean, it is compartmentalized to a certain degree. I think that's healthy. I think everyone needs to know their lane and stay in it. But it's a mix of both. There's definitely conversations that I have with, Coach Peterson and Trent and whoever and Press and the offensive side that is about personnel and, guys I really like that, maybe that are up as free agents and want to come back or whatever it is. Different things come up and they will ask me, and I think they do value my opinion, which is important to me. But I also know that I can't be the best quarterback I can be if I'm also trying to be the GM or the head coach. I think it is healthy to have some separation there. But no, we communicate, and I think we have a great relationship.
Trevor, you're a dream. You're a dream to a GM, to an ownership group. I know the season didn't end how you wanted it to. You are a natural winner, a true talent, and there has been some adversity in your NFL career. And then when I talk to the greats to do it, they embrace that. They actually say that they prefer it, that they learn more from it. What's sort of been your lesson, maybe even just this past season, that you're taking that makes you embrace the pain?
This game is funny. Things a lot of times don't happen how you think they're going to happen. I came into the league really excited and hopeful for a great first year and to just play great as a rookie and continue doing what I've been doing in college. And that wasn't the case for me. And I struggled, and we struggled as a team and all the above my rookie year. And that taught me a lot of just how to be consistent, how to be the same person every day, not even on the field, just as a person in the locker room, in the organization, all those things, because we were in a tough spot. And then have some success my second year. And then I think going into this third year, you just think everything's going to click. It's going to be smooth. And it's still the NFL, though. And there's still going to be things that happen. And we hit some bumps in the road. And I don't think we handled adversity well this year. And that was one of the issues for us at the end of the season. We just didn't, for whatever reason, we didn't handle it like we did the year before. So I think sometimes when you have a season like we did, you miss the playoffs after being 8-3, you lose 4 of your last 5 or 5 of your last 6, whatever it was. It shows you a lot because you don't have everything you need at this point. Like you're not good enough, and I think that's where we had to look in the mirror, and that's healthy. I think as a team, as an organization, maybe if we made the playoffs somehow at the end of the year, beat the Titans, make the playoffs, and then we win the first game and we, lose the divisional, maybe we don't think the same way about the things that we need to do this offseason to make us better. I think sometimes it opens your eyes a little bit when you struggle.
That's a beautiful answer. Clearly, you've done a lot of thinking on this. We just got to keep Josh Allen. Trevor, you got to keep Josh. Got to get Josh Allen's ass back in that new facility.
No, he'll be there. I got faith. He's going to be there. We need him.
That's a big thing to say. He better be back.
Yeah. No, he's an incredible player. We need him. He's an anchor for our defense, and I'm excited for this next year for him. I know he's going to keep getting better. So I'm hoping he's back. I think he will be.
Trevor, how are your table tennis skills?
We'll see tomorrow. We got the P&G Battle of the Paddles tomorrow night, Wednesday, February 7th in Las Vegas. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be playing there. I'm representing Head and Shoulders, as you know. It's
Fabio. I know.
hair.
I'm not having a good hair day. I have to talk to Trevor today. I got to fix my life up. So you use shoulders. That's the key to the locks. I love that.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see. That's the only hair thing I've done is when I play in this ping pong tournament for P&G. I did it last year. It was with Head and Shoulders. So I haven't been playing as much this year though. So I don't know. I haven't been.
You played in it last year. Did Trent Taylor just kick your ass?
He did. Did you watch it?
I didn't, but I mean, he's like.
He's good.
I don't even know. He's like a living legend. He's
like a legit ping pong player. I won one game. Yeah, I won one game last year. Then he whooped me the next game. So, and I haven't played any this season really. Last year I was playing a good bit. So I'm interested. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Did he scare you away from table tennis? Are you afraid of Trent Taylor?
He did. I had to take a break.
You're going up against Will Levis. That's a fun little, sexy little AFC South bout.
It'll be fun. It'll be the second time played against some just different game this time.
You two know each other?
We met briefly. I've texted with him before because we got Luke Fortner, who was his center in college, who's our center now here at Kentucky. So they played together, and we touched base last year at some point. And then obviously after we play him, I say what's up to him, but not super close.
Who would Luke cheer for if he was at this P&G Battle of the Battles?
I would like to think me, but I don't know. You'd have to ask. I think we played together.
Yeah.
We played together longer because Will wasn't at Kentucky that long. So I don't know.
We'll asking, I talked to Will earlier today. Producers, you guys can unmute and chime in. What did Will say? I forget when I asked what his advantage was. Did he just play it down? He didn't want to say?
He said that because Trevor's hair is in his face, that he's going to be better.
Yeah. Oh my God, Trevor. But because now I just love you because I've met you. Listen to this. We came, oh my God, I came up with like a crazy scheme to screw you in the Battle of the Battles. We said he said, I hope his hair falls in his face. And I said, I'll distract him and I'll take his headband and then we'll get fans to reverse Beyonce it so the hair in his face and then you'll be distracted. Like it's height and advantage. Like what makes a good table tennis player?
Reverse Beyonce. I don't know. We have one on our team, CJ Beathard, their other quarterback. He's as good or better than Trent because they played together in San Fran. But CJ's way better than me, so I'm not on that level.
Okay, guys, everybody check it out. It's the P&G Battle Pals. I'm hosting Trevor, Will Levis, Jamal Williams. We have Saquon Barkley, like some studs. Trent Taylor, who's going to just mop the floor with all of you. And then I'll have some lovely P&G product, like a Bounty, something to wipe off the tears from everybody's beautiful face. Maybe some Charmin. Who knows what I'll have. We love Procter & Gamble. We love seeing it in the locker rooms. I mean, if you want Trevor's hair, rock it out, everybody. I'm glad you got to say hi to there's Seth Waters again. Great talking. Okay, so whatever. We're going to go. We love you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. You can stream it live, like Trevor said, 8 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday night on Overtime Seasons YouTube page. Trevor, thank you. And I love that Jaguar in the back.
Thanks, Kay. Enjoyed it. Appreciate you.
Bye, Trevor. I'll see you tomorrow.